What's up, the whole state of Maryland? What's up? Is Virginia in the house? Virginia, what's up, Virginia? New York? No, New York. All right. Whoop, just one. Okay, you're good. You're good. Thank you. Because you came by yourself. What about Jersey? Jersey in the house? Philly? Jersey, Philly over there? Okay. I ain't even gonna break it down to the counties, but I already know Baltimore is definitely in the house. Baltimore is definitely in the house. How y'all doing? Everybody good? Yeah. Y'all came out for number one. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host. I am E-Baby. I've been hosting for 15 years for the company Busboys and Poets. And they asked me to come out and do this, and I was like, oh, it's a definite. So, let's get something straight right off the break. I am high as a pelican right now. It's gonna be that type of show. All right? I just wanted to get that. That's even before the rules. So if anybody else is there, we're gonna have a real good time. Everybody else catch up with the bartenders. That's mother-daughter combination over there. Hold on. I gotta see it right. Hold on. Bar beauties, y'all. Mother-daughter combination. That's Roe and Leslie back there, y'all. Roe and Leslie. $12 drinks. You catch them back. Beauties and the bar. Like Beauties and the Beast, Beauties in the bar. So again, I am E-Baby. Welcome. Juan wants to thank you all for coming out. This is a very Right, everybody, you know the snap, you can do the snap, quick couple snaps, you know what I'm saying? Well, I would say stomp your feet, but we gonna hear y'all on the stage, y'all can stomp your feet if you hear something. Like grandma in church, when the word hit her, you can hear that shit if you want to, whatever, just let the poet know, because trust me, when it comes to being up here on stage, and as a poet, when the crowd throws you that energy, we throw it right back at you. So we're gonna have a little practice. I'm gonna do that practice first. But before we get into that, we got a couple rules. Cell phones will hum, vibrate, be quiet, whatever you gotta do. If you got bad kids, I understand. Keep that motherfucker out right here. Like, hold on, K-Love on. Shout out to K-Love. That was man George. Who's here for K-Love, y'all? Oh my goodness. If you have never seen Kayla before, you're welcome. If you have seen her before, trust me, she said, I got some new stuff. I mean, she's been here so much, she's like, I know people are gonna see me, so I gotta give those people who've seen me before something different. And that's the beauty to her and her art. She's not gonna just come here and just keep feeding you the same plate. Nah, Now, you know she like her chicken. You gonna get that. But you never had these greens over here, so tonight you might get the greens, you never know. But, let's have some fun. So, I am practiced, all right? I'm practiced. Nobody goes first. The way we do it is to my artists. Real quick to my artists, all right? Safe space. Safe space. Keep your opinions to yourself, all right? History, I understand. We respect history. If the shit happened, it happened. But don't make nobody feel uncomfortable. Planet Fitness, I've been dying to use it. I want to throw a motherfucker off the stage. I want to use this 1999. But not yet. I don't want to use it tonight. Plus it's Baltimore. Fuck it, you can do whatever you want. You say Baltimore, then cool. But anyway, to my artists, I want you to come up here and we want to get everybody on, as many people as we can. So when we come up here, it's not about the whole spiel about the poem. This is like being on the corner. This is about knowing somebody's behind you. Come up here, you can hit your IG and go right into your shit. If you love your shit so much and you know your shit is that good, you don't need to give it an intro because we gonna motherfucking get it. All right? So that's how we're gonna do it. Now, you got like 3 to 4 minutes. It's a 4-minute thing, 4 to 5 minutes, but just come up here as one piece. Now, I'm practiced now. I'm gonna give y'all some stuff that's a little different, all right? How many people heard of haikus? Yeah. Haikus? Cool. I write them. They're short Japanese poems. 17 syllables. The first line is 3 syllables. The next line is 7 syllables, and that third line is 5 syllables. That's just 17, right? Let me get my list real quick. So. Within that short period of time, you want to put a message out there, whether it's sexual, personal, political, whatever. So I'm going to do one for practice, remember. 17 syllables. Now, when I say haiku, you say haiku. 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 Some women clip their own wings to stay with the man who's afraid to fly. All right, whoever was counting like, motherfucker, that sounds like 22 to me, but I got you. 17. Some women clip their own wings to stay with a man who's afraid to fly. All right, so I'm gonna run through 10 real quick. This is gonna be my poem, right? Here we go. Haiku. 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 Women can fake an orgasm and men can fake a relationship. Hey, this one, you gotta start off hard. Fuck that shit. You gotta go hard. I normally say that at the end of the open mic, but nah, not this open mic. Fuck that shit. Haiku. Haiku. He talked his way out of a condom, but can't find words for fatherhood. Haiku. 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 Her legs are higher than her standards and his pants are low like his dreams. I got 7 more. Hold on. Keep your seatbelts on. Keep your hands and feet inside the ride. Haiku. 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 I eat pussy so much I had to turn it to a brand new food group. Real shit, real shit, real shit. Meats and fish, fruits and vegetables, bread and cereals, milk and dairy. And yeah, oh man, I got 5. Haiku. Haiku. She makes loneliness her man so that a man can't make her feel lonely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. Haiku. Haiku. We tell little boys don't cry from pain, but grown men cry losing a game. Let your little boys have emotions, ladies. If not, there'll be grown black men that don't talk. Let your little boy cry. Or never tell your little boy don't cry. That's a whole different poem. Haiku. 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 Oh, I did that one. Oops. The one that you're looking for is inside the one you won't look at. I've been right here the whole motherfucking time. Haiku. Haiku. Vegetarians. Just in case you count. Vegetarians. 5 syllables, the first line is done. Just listen. Vegetarians cannot oral sex because people are meat too. Any lady out here treat that dick like tofu, let me know, let me know. I treat it like the vegetarian meat. Fine with me, boo, fine with me. 2 more. Y'all enjoying yourselves so far? Yeah! Haiku. Haiku. I dedicate this one to my mom. This is serious. Haiku. Haiku. While I held my breath hold up. Haiku. Haiku. While I held my breath for 9 months underwater, she loved me. Oh shit. It was 4, right? You gave me all 4, right? You ain't short me? All right, cool. I know the song. One more. Now, I got Tice over here on deck. Misspoken Poet, come to the side. This last one right here, ladies and gentlemen, haiku. Haiku. If you give up sex like fast food, they'll never see you as home cooking. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show started. Let's get this show started with a gentleman who Baltimore is his spot, so he has to start this shit off right. Give it up for Hey Tice, y'all. Tice. And Misspoken Poet, please come to the side. Now to my artists, keep the music on, bruh. When you need to adjust the mic, it's grab, squeeze, stroke. Watch this. Grab, squeeze this little thing, and stroke. Adjust it to your height. All right, cool. Let's go, Tice.
One time. One time for the one time. All right. How y'all doing? I'm really big on energy. How are y'all doing? All right. So my name is Tice. So when I say hey y'all, y'all say hey Tice. Hey y'all. Hey Tice. We ain't even gotta do it again. All right, real quick, can I get y'all to shout y'all name out? 1, 2, 3. All right, cool. We family. It makes it a little bit easier. So real quick, can I get y'all to stomp y'all feet if y'all happy to be alive? All right. Now clap your hands because you're here tonight. Awesome. Good, we awake. Raise your right hand if you've ever had your peoples who ain't really your peoples, but you too naive to see people for who they really are. Laugh at you behind your back. Take advantage of you, I see it. Because see, I realize people haven't been using me. I've just made myself too available to people who have no use for me. Truthfully, I don't fit in. The people in my corner ain't really in my corner. I'm treated like a square. I feel boxed in, so I gotta sum up the root of this. I mean, things ain't equal now. I'm right. You left when things were up and down, and somehow you still managed to stay tapped in. You pressed all the wrong buttons, and I'm upset at people who misread my table of contents. So funny story. 3 exes ago, she treated my body like a homemade point of view sex video, and I felt important. I used to get validation from sleeping with a woman who would swallow my entire tax bracket. And I would comprehend both pair of her lips while she would misunderstand mine. I wish my words were just as orgasmic. Because she's such an actress, and I'd be a stunt double to every man who she really loves. And I'd be confused because I'd be everywhere where I'm not supposed to be and wonder why I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Supposedly, I'm delusional. And it was funny to her. Shit, it was cute to me. And the devil's laughing behind my back while she got her hands all over me. It's gotta be me. Because what kind of conversations do you expect to house when your words are homeless? I mean, I pray for people more than I pray for myself. That's probably why I'm getting preyed on instead of getting prayed on. And I'm fighting demons that have the love language to my prayers, and now my prayers are getting played on. And I'm wondering why God is sending me women he didn't create. And I'm ridiculed by my homies. My community has now carved a scarlet letter into my burn book, trying to wash away their own sins as if they had been to the laundromat too. So do me a favor. Raise your hand if you ever had your peoples who ain't really your peoples. And God told you to do better with your peoples. And look at how y'all still got your hands down. Thank you. So real quick, social media, 7 letters. I'm gonna keep it going. 7 letters is HEYTYCE. If you guys didn't know, I run Words, Wings, and Wine every first Friday. Hope to see y'all out. Thank you, Juan, for at least having us here.
Give it up for Tyita, y'all. Get up for Tyita. I was trying to get him to promote where he was, but he was saying, you know, there's still some finalizations to that, though. So, you know.
It's the city.
It's the city. All right, hope say he about to get it started. Say, any city officials in here? Good answer. Good motherfucking answer. If you know you in here, want to make sure we behaving, goddamn it. We know you in here, but good answer. He said, I would comprehend both pairs of her lips and she didn't understand mine. Damn. I'm still in that. I work for the copyright office. I'm gonna look that shit up. I'm looking at the Tice. And then that quote right there, if not, you will hear it again. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna need critics to come to the side. Clap it up for a Misspoken Poet, y'all. Clap it for a Misspoken Poet. Yeah.
Hey y'all. My name's Jayla, but I go by Misspoken Poet. How y'all feeling? Good. This poem is called The Blueprint. I'm tired of having to type black girl in the search bar every time I look up something. My FBI agent knows everything else, but you're telling me it doesn't know that I'm black. How is even my algorithm oppressed? Black people have to fight twice as hard to be seen even by the internet, but we've never been too blind to see that there's an internet that only catches us when convenient. Because ain't it funny how we invisible until they need a trend, or some inspiration, or some mugshots instead of graduation pictures to post over every news station. They call it ghetto till it's popular. Call it unprofessional until it's profitable. But still won't give credit to our creations. How you gonna shadow ban us but steal our innovations? Take our stories out the history books but have no problem reminding us of slavery. I've learned more about our trauma than our triumphs. Like we not the minds behind the lights you turn on, the roads you drive on, the music you dance to. Yeah, I bet some of you didn't know that rock and roll had black roots, but they whitewash us out the picture like they always do. Want our rhythm, but not our blues. Want our culture, but not our hues. But you can't hide the truth. You can't erase fingerprints. We done left them on everything. How you love the food, but hate the recipe. We prove time and Thank you. How you love the food but hate the recipe. We prove time and time again there's nothing that we can't do. I got resilience in my DNA. Shout out to my grandma Ruth and all the ancestors that gave their lives just so that we could live better. So you gotta understand why I low-key find it disrespectful that when I'm looking for inspiration, that I gotta type black in the search engine. Like we not worthy of being found without looking. Like we not the blueprint. Like our skin ain't godly. Like we ain't fine art and body, so when I type in hairstyle ideas, if she can't use my comb, I don't wanna see it on my phone. I wanna see If she can't use my comb, I don't want to see it on my phone. I want to see every afro, dreadlock, and kinky curl that the workplace deems is wrong when I type in dinner ideas. I don't want to see Cracker Barrel dishes. I want to see something that looks like it came out of my auntie's kitchen when I type in brilliance. I just want to see my reflection. I want the whole world to know that God snapped when he made melanin. And I'm going to keep saying it because I'm black and I'm proud. I'm black and I'm proud. And not even the algorithm can silence that. Thank you. Follow me. My Instagram is MISS_spoken_poet. Thank you. And shout out to Caleb the poet. Thank you.
Come on now, Misspoken Poet, y'all. Misspoken Poet. Did you say, I wonder if God smacked when he made melanin, like, damn, like, damn. Security, already? Security, goddamn. We just 2 poets in and we got security lights coming on. Who acted up? All right. Cloud, come to the side. Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for Chris. Clap it up for Chris. Yeah.
It's a letter to my mother. My mother always tells me to take my pressure. And I used to be like, yeah, whatever, and go on to whatever. No disrespect, but sometimes I feel like I got better things to do with my time, so I get clever, and I change the subject to something else like the weather. But see, her words reign supreme, and I can't top or shut her words off in my brain because they may be tough on the surface, but soft at their core like leather, filled with down feathers. And if it was left up to her, I would never have to do wrong, so she would just ask me, please do better. So when I look from her perspective, she's really the one under pressure. The more I think about this cuff that she wants me to strap to my arm, she's just trying to hold me up, not back like a strapless bra, but back to the cuff. She's only asking me to be present. I mean, present enough to keep opening presents up on birthdays and holidays, because even when money is short, your presence is enough. But how can you really expect to be there when your pressure is up? So I hit the button, and I let it squeeze the life readings out of me, systolic over diastolic and heartbeats per minute. But I think it's diabolical that I'm worried about this kind of squeeze when so many men that look like me down their knees to the pressure of the police, and the concrete in their cuff ain't an arm sleeve, it's a hand restraint and a don't resist, just go calmly when I ain't done a darn thing to deserve this pressure that you are putting on me. And like that, unlike them, the pressure releases. I could take off my own cuff and say, thank you, Jesus, because I'm lucky to still be breathing, because a few of my brothers died for no reason, and y'all wonder why I never participated in cuffing season. See, when my mother asked me about my pressure, she's just not asking about numbers. She's asking, how'd you sleep? Did you get a peaceful slumber? Have you talked to your dad? Did you check on your brother? You got to check on each other, because she lost hers at the end of last summer. I lost my uncle while she was on vacation. And that kind of pressure don't have medication. You can't take a pill to heal loss. You can't see a doctor when somebody's gone. You can't write a prescription for the job description of being everybody's mom now, because theirs is lost, and that's pressure. And she's tired, boss, because of all these green miles she's walked. She has the right to exercise her right to take some of the pressure off, because even though she's been down this road before, now her tire pressure light is on. And while she waits for triple A, she remembers that her dad lived through the era of triple K, and she has to wrestle with her thoughts, no triple H, and she doesn't want her son to live that way. So she stresses, monitor your pressure, okay? And I say, okay, and I do. But for a minute, I want to take a deep breath and put the focus back on you. It's because of you that I turned pressure into a degree from a diploma, that I turned the pressure of discrimination into a promotion, that I turned defeat into devotion, that I took the sea and made an ocean, that I took C and made him a poet. I'm Chris now. So how many times did you sacrifice to buy me clothes when all yours was sewn? How tired were you when you helped me with my homework before people could work from home? How you told me to make new friends while still keeping the ones that's old? You never let me go out in the cold without a coat, and you still don't. This is the pressure that you owned, and I appreciate it more than you know. Is it okay if I don't rhyme? I thank you for taking the time to raise me, to give me self-worth over self-esteem, to give me visions instead of just dreams. I love you, and I love that you love me, and to think people say that we look alike, right? It's an entire thing, because every baby you have doesn't come from between your knees, but that doesn't mean that you still didn't feel the pressure of having me. So when my pressure is elevated, I feel all the pressure that you de-escalated, and I cherish the moving steps. Because whenever I become episodic, you become the movie, less the credits. You are my Experian and my Equifax. And in case you never get it, I'm here to tell it. For all the times I can't answer the phone because I'm working. For all the times that I just want to be left alone because I'm hurting. For all the times that I don't feel the magic and I'm just not worthy, just know that you are. And your pressure has always made me better. It never hurt me. So I love you, and you can say it back, but it's no pressure. Yeah, I appreciate that. Follow me on IG, Poet Chris, C-R-I-Z-Z, Poet is self-explanatory. Thank you.
Get up for Poet Chris, y'all. Poet Chris. Every baby doesn't have to come from between your knees. For every woman out there who's the godmother, who's an aunt, who You know, even just a neighbor to a little boy who just needs his nose wiped because he needs that mother figure. You don't have a child. That piece right there, that line right there was definitely for you. You deserve a Mother's Day too. Thank you, Chris, for that line, yo. One more time, y'all. Ghetto Messiah, come to the side. Cloud, where are you, bro? Give it up for Cloud, Cloud, Cloud. What I am on right now.
Hey, yeah, I'm Cloud and I like telling stories, so this is a story real quick.
Yeah.
So we met online, and she was a dime. One I would hit up all the time, constantly blow up, you know, because she was mine. Any opportunity to chat, I was grabbing it, I wasn't passing it up. Because we talked for hours, all happy, laughing and stuff. I know y'all like, well, at the beginning, that's how it happens, but no, this lasted for months. So I had to see her, had to meet her. I looked up airline timings. She was from the Southwest, but not boring and plain, never too quiet. Because the cards I dealt her made us feel united. That's why, hold on. She was from the Southwest, not boring and plain, never too quiet. Because the cards I dealt her made us feel united. That's why I felt in my spirit, it's her I had to fly in. She said, I'm scared of planes. One day I shed a front tear because I heard a jet blew. Something can happen in the air, can it? Duh, but it's still the safest way to travel if you give it a chance to. I sent a whole bunch of sad emojis text through. She said, fine. Besides, I'd be lying if the risk wasn't worth it to have met you. So I booked it with tears in my eyes. Tears of joy, not sorrow. I felt excitement throughout my bones and marrow. Weeks go by, she sends a voice memo, see you tomorrow. Man, I ain't been this excited since seeing a new Grand Theft Auto. Any gamers in the room? So the day comes, we're texting in the air. She says it's gonna be early and now lands at 2. I said, don't worry, I'm gonna pick you up. I'll be in a Jag, it's blue. She said, that's not what you have to do. I can take a cab to you. I said, you sure? She said, it's fine. And I didn't mind, it gave me more time to do what I had to do. So I finished some last minute cleaning. I hit the ceiling fan, did the dishes, pans, made sure everything was spick and span. I even masturbated to make sure I wasn't a minute man. She arrives. She knocks 3 times. I scream, come inside. Man, I couldn't wait to see the love of my life, my wife and future bride. I got butterflies as the door begun to slide. And to my surprise, it was a God. I said, you're not the person from the pictures? He said, those pics I sent, that's my sister. And I whispered, well, then go and get her. He said, but it was me you were talking to. I thought I was your boo. You fell in love with her looks, but it was my personality that got to you, so I'm here to give you my heart. I said, man, I don't want it now. You're insane, bro. Get up out my house. He said, why you running, Cloud? I thought you loved me, Cloud. I'm insane, though. I thought the rainbow go with clouds. If you weren't able to see this, then your eyes aren't very keen. I said, how'd you disguise the FaceTimes? He said, hey, I can do anything. I was pissed, steaming like a locomotive. And I think I should note this. I'm not homophobic, but if you were straight and got betrayed by someone gay, it wouldn't be an awesome moment. I'm not mad at what he likes, I'm mad that he lied. We could have been cool, but he had this to hide, and this passed the line. Now I'm thinking, how did I deserve this? And how didn't I observe this? Am I attracted to men if me and him were flirting? I said you actually catfished me. Where is Max and Eve? He laughed and wheezed. Look at you, emotional. I said, well, what was I supposed to do? You tricked me to get me close to you, and lying is a non-negotiable. I called off work for you. I started choking dude. He mumbled news. I didn't mean to be playing with your heart. I released my claws from beneath his jaw. I said, what are you saying? He said, I'm just playing, man. My sister's waiting in the car. Thank you. Look, if you wanna hear more crazy stories, I'm on Instagram, right? Also Cloudy Poetry, that's OHSO Cloudy Poetry. Shout out K-Love.
One more time for Clouds, y'all. One more time for Clouds. I've heard that brother's stories many times. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know. Whether it was serious or hey Cloud, fuck it, was that a true story? Stop lying. Fuck that, you already gave about secrets about masturbating before they get there. Now you done fucked it up on, now they know. Now they know. We been new, that's funny as shit. She said we been new. With y'all nasty asses. Crystal Lynn, come to the side. Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for the Ghetto Messiah, please. The Ghetto Messiah, come to the stage. Crystal Lynn to the side.
In '04, I tried selling drugs, it was disastrous. No Ellie or Joel, I'm the last of us. My life is like snowfall. I'm reminded every time the show is on. All I ever had was rocks, like Brock from Pokemon. Only time my life felt like a show for kids, I felt like Bob the Builder, how fiends asked me for a fix. No WWE, I was tough enough. No Blossom or Buttercup. When I gave weed to the fiends, they took a power puff. I was out at night, selling dope when I was little. Came home and saw more liquor bottles on the ground than a candlelight vigil. No stadium or arena. In trouble when I was younger, I got the belt more than John Cena. Only wife of mine is a life of crime. We never getting a divorce. Worst drug dealer in the black community is the liquor store. I paid the hospital bill. My homie took a few in the spinal. I made him walk again like the dude from the Bible. The motels were seedy. The Jack boys were greedy. The white girl I had gave you euphoria before Sydney Sweeney. How the strip club gonna have a dress code when there's chicks in there with no clothes? Your shell's Taco Bell. My shell spears are hollows. I give your heart a break like Demi, I love autos. Never hungry in the ghetto. We was getting cake in public housing. Yeah, my section 8. If my clientele say I'm a dealer, that's the case quick. But they alluded to me being a seller. That's what my base meant. I'm so cold, I can make alcohol freeze, filling up your tank while listening to my music, even the gasoline. Listening to Shakespeare while making a movie selection. Tubi or not Tubi, that is the question. I don't pay attention. Attention pays me. Your attention span low definition. Mine's ADHD. I stay with a bar like the screen's loading. On the block, I raise the profit like Mary and Joseph. You don't know how I feel like a 5th season. My music in my DNA, even my blood streaming. I shine cause I grind. The cops try to take mine. I ain't have a phone in my hand when I was about to face time. It's 2025, I can't even try and sell. People snitching so much, even their clientele. The best part of waking up is being alive, forget Folgers. I grew colder because hope is the enemy of closure. I attract wealth that's energy, so money is no object. Winning is no choice, it's inevitable, so losing is no option. It's disrespectful to put me anywhere except for first placement. I'm Dr. Doolittle, you can't leave me out of the GOAT conversation. Like a flower through the pavement, I rose to the occasion. My verse is never shallow. My poems people discussing, full of drugs and chemicals. Yeah, my rhymes got substance. My shawty take her time, she must be Ukrainian, cause she hate Russian. Her steps produce stares. Every time I see you, it feels like an emergency. That's how intense I care. She's my muse. I told her she's like autumn. Even the leaves fall for you. Ghetto Messiah.
Move this Shaolin Lane. One more time for him, y'all. One more time for the Ghetto Messiah, yo. All that shit he said, he's a nice guy. Fuck it, he's a very nice guy. He bought Girl Scout cookies for my daughter, so I already know. That's poetry right there. That was just poetry. Don't be scared of it. You can give some dap after the show is over. Mickey Topham, come to the side. Give it up for Crystal Lynn, y'all. Crystal Lynn, come to the stage. Back up for Crystal Lynn. And Mickey to the side.
How y'all doing? There's so many people in here. Y'all look so good. Thank you. This piece is titled Water. Yes! I like it. just want to be a bad bitch. 26-inch waist, ass thick, titties on shelf. I never have to ask for help. I have all these dudes standing at attention, not to mention having your hands and eyes all over me. Like that phone. I see you on the gram, lurking, liking pics, sliding DMs. I mean, it's cool though, I don't take it personal. You see, those women are like Hennessy. Who doesn't want a shot of Henny? Hennessy is the life of the party. It's heavily promoted in the hip hop industry, and well, we all want some. As for me, I'm just water. Plain old, regular ass, boring ass water with no promotion at all. No one is posting shots of water on the gram, but too much of that Hennessy will leave you with the hangover. And who do you decide to grab while you're popping those pain pills? You see, you need that water to hydrate your dry ass and relieve the swelling of your brain, which is causing that headache that Hennessy left you with. I mean, but my ass ain't thick though, so y'all don't hear me. The world consists of 71% water. Our bodies consist of 60% water. So what do you need in your life? I mean, you so damn thirsty, drink me, shit. I'll quench the thirst that you so desperately need. It is water that grows produce, plants, and trees, that produces oxygen that we need to breathe. Y'all don't hear me. Keep drinking that Hennessy. Fuck it. Next round's on me. I'll catch you later in the afternoon about 2 or 3. Because you'll always need that water, but you'll never choose me. Thank you. Again, my name is Crystal Lynn. If you would like to follow me, that's crystal.lynn1026. Thank you so much.
I was wondering what you were gonna play. One more time for Crystal Lynn, y'all. Come on. I just love the concept of that. Ain't nothing but some regular water. Girl, at this Deer Park. Hey, Crystal, in this Deer Park, water. Lindsey Bree, come to the side. Clap it up for Nikki Topham, y'all. Nikki Topham, Lindsey Bree, come to the side.
Let's be honest. This country was never built for me. The B and the T in LGBT, nah. This country doesn't give a he, she, it about me. Too ignorant to ask the right Q and A's to the QIAs. Plus, this country was built on closets and Velcro bootstraps, hopes and prayers to a God who never asked us to fold ourselves into a smaller version of our light. I stand here transcending the ordinary, a secret agent on a mission to crack the code of equality, but my gaydar keeps pinging on threats dressed in suits on hand-clutching Bibles like weapons instead of love letters. They tell me to go straight past their building, but I can't even think straight. Yeah. My feet dance around policies that try to put me back into a box I was never meant to fit in. My pronouns are try me and trust me, and I have tried. Tried to be soft when they were sharp, tried to love in the open while they built bigger closets, tried to tell them curiosity didn't kill the cat, it made it fabulous. Yeah, that cat was already gay as hell. That cat was gay to the gay-teenth, and that cat could be gayer, and that sounds pretty gay, I'm in. They say I am queer in present danger, they, them, mayhem, that my existence is a liberal weapon, but my existence is liberating this door swinging both ways. I'm batting for both teams. I put the bi in non-binary, I put the bi in bitch, I put the trans in transcend, and I put the pan in pandemonium, and they still act surprised. Yeah. When I tell them this is the gay agenda, to live, to love, to exist without an asterisk, to be queerfully yourself without fear, because I was born this way. Yeah. I was born this gay, born to taste the rainbow, misspelling sexy and galaxy and oxy, because I'm always mixing up my X's and Y's. They say I am queer in present danger. I say I am the monster coming out of their closets. I say I am the bottoms of their worst fear, and I support trans kids. Melting feminims on their tongues, popping titty tacks and booby snacks, chugging gender fluid, taking antibiotics until we've got a posse making s'mores with hers and she's. And I am non-stick fantastic. Resistant to their heat, slippery when they try to contain me. I'm a bystander on standby with an ace up my sleeve, and I Pauly shouldn't do that to their house of cards. The alphabet army is here, and we queers have always been here, so here's to queers and cheers to queers. Isn't it funny how we fear what we don't understand, how we tell us gays it's a phase when our roots run deeper than their laws, how they call it unnatural when nature herself paints in all shades. Let's bygones be bygones and don't ask me to shrink. I will not bend to your comfort, will not fade to your peace. I am queer in present danger, the fire you cannot snuff out, and I'll burn bright enough for all of us. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you guys want to connect to me, you can find me on Instagram at Mick, M-I-C-K .Topham, the best part of the meat. Thank you.
One more time for Mick Topham, y'all. Stay with you, yeah, follow Mick Topham. Hey. Damn, I had it ready. I was gonna write it down, but I know I memorized it. Fuck. Blame it on the weed man, you know. Blame it on my weed man, you know what I'm saying. It was the he, she, and s'mores line. That's what it was. The Hershey's, the Feminims. I was like, damn. Wordplay, wordplay. Jess, come to the side. Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for Lindsay Bree, y'all. Lindsay Bree. Jess to the side.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lindsay Bree. You can find me on Instagram. It's the Poetic Doula. That's the with 2 E's, like the hot girl Megan. Poetic Doula, one word. So I'm just gonna get right into it. History always manages to repeat, and it's right in front of our eyes. The sounds of battle cries echo through the sky. A time where fire falls, plagued by darkness that roams. Regimes of hate and nightmares being reborn on the day where we celebrate and mourn a king who had a dream. But I could cry and scream and plead with thee, and yet so many will still bat an eye away. Still enslaved and colonized in the mind, all over a check that they thought that they could cash in when they voted that orangutan back in. But it's so funny how the National Circus thinks that they found their true ringmaster into becoming the greatest show on earth. But like all of its kind, the clowns are the ones that really run the show. Just ask Dumbo and all the other elephants how that goes. They're the ones with all the tea that we'll never see or hear. They'll even have you thinking that you've seen an elephant fly while they duck and hide from the smoke that they caused throughout the years. But yo, ain't it funny how all of a sudden scoops and scandals reappear? Used to veer us from reality in this virtual simulation built for a true maze runner. Once you see the truth, a split mind is inevitable, and they start to gaslight you too. Acting clueless of what they do, and yet still have the audacity and act like they've paid their dues. Pushing agendas with lies and fake news while censoring views with the facts. Then they attack us when we get a little too close for their comfort, and they project till our own discomfort turns us against each other. Self-sabotage at its finest displayed disguised so well in plain sun under the cloak of invisibility. But how have we evolved to the point where humanity has lost our empathy and lack of accountability? I've always been taught that actions speak louder than words and the urge to always speak up. But when it comes to this thing called unity, I'ma keep it a buck. As a society, we truly, truly suck. God is believing in these hopes and these fables to keep us complacent to them. And as I finish up this poem, I have to ponder the questions that everyone has already asked themselves and wants to know. When will it end? And how far are they willing to go? All I know is that whoever let the circus back in town and gave King Louis the throne, I hope the admission price of your soul was worth it. Poem, thank you. Thank you, y'all. Appreciate it. Thank you, Juan. Thank you, baby. I hope y'all enjoy the show. Have a pleasant night. Thank you.
Wow, yeah. I dedicate that piece to all the people who go to my man back then going, damn. So we're poor too, yeah, motherfuckers. Y'all are poor too. Clap it up one more time, Herbie. Just throwing the truth right in your face. It hurts. I see this where we going. That's two back-to-back truths right in your face type poems. So, Mickey, you might have started some shit. You just might have started some shit. So, LB Latrell, come to the side. Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for Jess, y'all. Clap it up for Jess.
I stand by my own dress code. I like my braids and my twists, boho style and waistline. When I can afford it, I like my nails chromed out or with intricate designs. I keep up with my lashes because without them, I look like a naked mole rat. I walk into work with Converse on my feet. Maybe I change into my heels, maybe I don't. I'm decolonizing white supremacist, misogynist, patriarchal ideas of what I should look like as a psychologist. You see, my head wraps do not detract from my ability to hold the stories my clients entrust me with. My bold color pants, leather skirts, and jeans on my personally proclaimed dress down Fridays does not make me any less of a container for the rich hues of emotions that I hold. When a client tells me or I tell them, I like your hair. It is a moment that is fleeting but spiritual in a way that feels sacred. They say to beware of tattoos, but the ink on my skin is a reminder to myself to remind them that they are worthy, that redemption is their birthright, to follow ease like still waters, and that the hollowness of darkness must be met with a semicolon because semicolons cannot be used as conclusions. Something must always come after. Sometimes when my hair is out, I rock her in a pineapple. And just like pineapples, this world has demanded that they develop a hard outer casing, but let's be clear, their core is both sturdy and sweet. I rock big hoops and I haven't worn a suit since an interview. They say nose rings are unprofessional, so I fucked around and got two. When a client asks for it and I'm comfortable with it, I embrace them in a hug. Colonial standards would tell me to decline, but for some people, that is the only human embrace they'll have in a week. When clients cry in session and apologize, I tell them no need. Instead, we explore who taught them to silence their tears. Clearly an entity that's not invested in their being, because feeling our feelings is the portal to our healing. Every so often, my New York accent be coming out. I don't ever care about grammar, and sometimes I do be cursing. No, not just for the hell of it, but because I want to reflect things back to my clients in the way that they expressed it to me, because who am I to edit it based off of my discomfort with profanity? I have melanated skin and I sit across from beautifully melanated clients. For 50 minutes, we engage in an offering. My authenticity for their humanity, my clinical skills polished with my personality invites them to simply be. So to the systems that seek to govern me, I very disrespectfully say,
Fuck y'all dress code. They didn't even want me in this field because of my black genetic code. I put 3 letters, PhD, behind my name, and I did it without no cheat code. I be flashing lights, celebrating my fellow black therapists like I'm sending a fucking Morse code. I'm rearranging the number of us in this field like a cheetah changing her passcode on her iPhone. My sexuality is fluid, so I'll probably screw your girl and your guy code. Blind to your colorblind code of ethics. Try me if you want, but I'm laying down my code switching, and no, that is not a violation of your code of conduct. They threatened by the way that I'm going off, so they probably call it in as a code red, but let's be honest. What's more red than the current state of America? See, the truth is they know that I'm one of the chosen ones. Here to give my people that of which we are owed, which is our healing encased in our freedom. Poem. I appreciate y'all. If y'all want to follow me, y'all can follow me at dr.jmdesalu. That's dr.j as in Jessica, M as in May, DESALU. Thank you.
One more time for just Jess, yo. One more time. You flipped the shit out of that one. It was all cool and calm, but hey, that PhD and fuck the dress code, I agree. I still can't wear shorts to work, but I agree with that poem. Fuck that. Bougie the Entertainer, please come to the side. Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for LV Latrell, y'all. LV Latrell.
Good evening, y'all. Good evening. How y'all doing? My name is LV Latrell. I'm from PG County. All right. Gang. All right. I'm going to talk to y'all about some love tonight. So I'm going to do a love poem. You made me fall in love out the blue. Got me thinking about all the love songs of my youth I used to listen to and think were too good to be true, but now I know different because I can apply them all to you. You. The avant to my Kiki Wyatt, my first love, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do for you. No body of water I wouldn't cross for you, and no body I wouldn't body just so that my body could lie next to you. You've been the sun to guide me out of some of my darkest places, and when I'm tense, you relieve me by sliding into some of my tightest spaces. I come undone like shoelaces, got me making love faces every time our souls connect, intertwine like mixed races. And I'm heavy on that. Soul connections. The first song we made love to, it was Jeezy, Tear It Up, and I know that was a bold selection, but it never mattered the song we got it on to. Just whenever your hand touched the small of my back, there was never any chance of rejection. Yeah, you really made me fall in love with you. From the first time I heard your baritone over the phone, and it spoke to my soul like the world's greatest love poem, and my spirit said, I'm home. The way you stare at me with those eyes is otherworldly. You must be an extraterrestrial. This unidentified feeling of obsession is alien to me. We'll call that a UFO. If starships were meant to fly, then fly me to the moon. Let us play amongst the stars. I'm trying to see what making love to you feels like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, be my symbiotic relationship. I help you, you help me, emptying your sweet nectar into my warm nani. Respectfully, but he makes love to me just respectfully. Roughneck, thug sex, handle me so neglectfully. Yeah. He really made me fall in love with him, y'all. But I just really wish he didn't do that. Because like Shantae Moore, I already got a man at home. But I promise, my man don't do none of that. My man is always playing it safe. You'll never catch him going out on a limb. If vanilla had a favorite flavor, it would be him. His bedroom imagination is slim. He and I'll just finish it myself are synonyms, and I'm not feeling him. So when it comes to this relationship status, it is looking pretty grim. And I know,
Relationships shouldn't just be based on physical actions alone. It takes real work like communication in situations like this when you're out your zone. But part of communication is talking, right? So how come every time I talk dirty, he act like he don't hear me right? I tell him smack it, he don't smack it right, or eat it right, or beat it right. You know this sounds crazy, right? So now, I'm falling in love with an older man. I call him daddy, that's my boo. The only crazy thing about the situation is when my man was a child, he used to call him daddy too. So what do? My man and his daddy are messing around with the same girl. And even Robert Kelly couldn't have ushered in a more closeted kind of world that I'm trapped in. Navigating this three-way, I should have strapped in like a dom or a stud when it's time for that artificial cheek clapping. And Daddy-O, yeah, he really know how to break that back in. It's crack-a-lackin', never slacking. But when we finish, he said, give me 2 minutes and I'm going back in. It's tight, crazy. And I never pictured myself in this situation, but every time I try to crop myself out, he zooms me back in, boomeranging me back to the location for more saturation. And there's no filter when I'm exposed, but I shudder at the way he turns my negatives into picture-perfect images, perfectly capturing every pose, I suppose. I really should just tell my man that it's a dud, and that ever since I ran into his daddy at the local club, that I've been looking at him like a scrub. It's just that night we were taking shots back to back, straight to the dome, so when I got back to his house, I said, fuck it, when in Rome. And now it's 3 a.m. and he got me singing all the way home. And I'm just laughing at myself, because I really wanted this to be a love poem. Y'all can find me on all social media platforms at LV_Latrell. That's Latrail. And that is not a real story. Please don't tell people that's me.
Shout out to all the 55-year-old men in the house. Oh, all the gray-haired men in the house. Fuck y'all, y'all left me by myself. Y'all must have hit it like me. Y'all forgot how to hit it? Old asses got back pains and shit now. One more time for her, yo, with her nasty ass. It's not true. It sounds too true. It sounds too true. Sound too true. That's crazy. That's crazy. You went from Nike to Skechers. That's crazy as shit, man. Nike and Skechers, you fucking both pairs. You wearing both pairs of shoes. That's crazy as well. Savannah Gray, please come to the side. Bougie, you ready? Clap it up for Bougie the Entertainer, y'all. We about to get some Houston in the house, y'all.
Houston, Texas, baby. So listen, y'all, I've been drinking. So we're gonna work through this poem, okay? So I am sitting at 1.7 million views on one's platform, you guys. And the poem was about me sucking dick. So listen, okay? So listen. Let me scoot up to the motherfucking mic. Listen, okay? Clutch your pearls now, so we ain't gotta fight. Okay, clutch them bitches now. Grab them, hold tight. Cause I'm finna put your ass on the ride, okay? So ladies, if you've been wondering why you've been struggling, I'm finna give you a manual to help you out. So get your goddamn phones out and take notes and just say, bitches, I got you. I'm finna help you out. You need a new car? This is how you get it, okay? You need your rent paid, bitches? This is how you get it. Look at the niggas looking at me like, what she finna tell them? some real shit, okay? So make sure you follow me at Bougie, B-O-U-J-I-E-T-E, which stands for The Entertainer. If you get lost, visit my website, same shit, www. Are y'all ready? All right. I want to sit on it. So tell me, why do you deserve it? So come on and prove while I should move and on you. Let me suck that dick with no hands. I told you start clutching your pearls. I already gave you a fucking warning about who I was. So if you ain't got your phone out, get that bitch out, because I'm telling you ladies, this is car season, not taxi. Hands on chest, ass cheeks clapping. Thrusting my pelvic across shores, listening to my pity, my kitty. Gotta start that bitch over, it's over 40. Give me more. Flip me over to the floor to keep the headboard quiet. Put me on my knees. Head down, ass up. Giving you nothing but a fat ass pussy to fuck. I'm talking about deep stroking. Gotta eat that shit. Like your life depended on it. Trying not to drown in this pink now of wetness. Can you taste it? Put your finger in it. Gotta show him. I'm showing you. I'm trying to get you a car. Listen now. Then rub my juices across my lips of ecstasy. Allow me to clean you dry. Leaving you on a natural high. So before you come, listen to me whisper. Soft, subtle moans of passion in your ear. You no longer get to take your time. Your body pressed up against mine. So before you come, I'm getting y'all a car right now. Take them notes. Let me suck that dick with no hands. Y'all, my name is Bougie. Listen, 1.7 million people said they getting them a new car. They getting their bills paid. So if you struggling, bitches, I just gave you the manual. Ask this nigga here, ask him right here, ask him right there. Them two in the back, that was locked in. If you need a friend, follow me. My name is Bougie.
Dance. I want to smell that finger. I want to know what you smelling. What the fuck is she smelling? It's on my mustache right now. It smells good. It's all on my mustache. I ain't gonna cut this motherfucker at all. Trust me. I'm gonna have that Burt Reynolds mustache, that thick ass. You ain't gonna see my upper lip no more. I ain't never cutting my shit. It smell like Houston. Yeah, Houston. All right, so, the writer, come to the side. I want to mess up your first name. It's S, the writer. You know you are. Come to the side because I want to pronounce it correctly. I know, but I'm high. And it looked right. It it look French to me right now. It look Arabic, French, and Chinese all at once right now. I don't see no English. But now, y'all ready? Savannah, you ready? Clap up for Savannah Gray, y'all. That's Savannah Gray, y'all. Let's keep the energy going, y'all. Have a lot of fun.
How are y'all? All right. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at SamoJewels, SamoJewelz. I'm stationed out in Virginia, so it was like an 1.5-hour drive here, and I'm hungry, so this poem is about some food that I'm craving. Type shit. All right. If you think the brands or bands spit to ice out your hands will make me a fan, then your taste bud is bland. And don't get me wrong though, if you got racks to make ice diamonds turn black, then do that, Jack. It ain't my thing. Not for this queen, I move my own lights to shine, you know, a natural bling. I want my king to want more than ice on his sweet teas, more like seasonings on rice and red beans. You have no flavor letting that ice water you down. Get you a hot lemon pepper stepper. This is all taste and satisfaction. I ain't looking for no glitter or fake gold, just a center to feel whole. I want some home-cooked love that'll make me fall off the bone. Something that gets messy like oxtails and wet gravy or sweet mango kisses. Your mouth left speechless and succulence gets me sucked me up into submission. Cause I'm on a mission. And by that I mean he, tasting his sweet love in the morning, afternoon, or evening, or whenever my God-ordained man pleases his sweetness, he can eat this whenever. Yeah. Indulge in this craving and convert it into a healthy energy. Smoothie King wouldn't have nothing on me. The way I pray for your nutritional protection to fight temptation throughout your day that calls from a distance at the donut shop before work. Cause it may look good, smell good. Shoot, I know you backed a few couple hoes cause you couldn't have just one. Cheated on a good thing, now look what you've done. Cause it's patience for feeding your soul. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour to make a good roux. About 4 hours on a low heat simmer to make some beef stew. About 24 hours for us to marinate in some intimacy. My man, come dig into me, into a life where you'll never have to think twice. Is she good for me? I'm better than that. I'm gonna make sure you poop every day. Releasing all that toxic and decomposed bile that had you constipated and sick from past relations where your pants couldn't fit, because I'm it. I'm everything I need and willing to let you experience what real love tastes like. Thank you. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, fellas, detox yourself with a good woman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Detox yourself with a good woman, and if not, then, you know, just stay back up. And if your woman isn't, you feel your woman isn't a good woman, then what do you do? I ain't even gonna go there. See, you got too quiet, because like I said, collection plates will be coming down each row, each motherfucking row. After Sanaa, I'm gonna need Amir to come to the side. Amir, come to the side. Ladies and gentlemen, clap for Sine, right? See? Sine the writer, y'all. Clap up for Sine the writer, y'all. Please, please, please.
Can you guys hear me good? Yeah. All right, thank you. So we're at right about now. Listen, I love writing. I love poetry to death. So I'll always write, even if it kills me. I want to kill myself. I want to die. I want to drown in a pool of letters, under sheets of paper there to be buried. I want to fall in love with words and hit my head on a dictionary. I want to write till there's nothing left to be told, right to the edge of the paper and fall in the hole. I want to hate myself, write my name at the top and flip the paper over so I won't have to face myself. As I leave my mark, I'll put my hand on a stove and trace myself. I'll drink bad words and lace myself. Go up the stairs, fall down, or lowercase myself. When I vanish, may words be the missing link. I want to slit my wrist and bleed ink. That's how I want to erase myself. I've completed my time, period. A woman who went through the cycle, period. So when I get stabbed, may the puncture wounds be punctuation marks, periods. I want to live in chapters. The final one will be where I conclude. They'll do my autopsy on the table of contents, and I'll be filled with context clues. Obituary be the greatest story ever written. It's non-fiction, it's the realest thing that has existed. And if I have to die slowly, then I'll die along. My words speak for themselves, so I'll die along. One day I'll fill my tank and it won't matter what it costs. Then I'm speeding right into a word board. May that be a total loss. The day of my execution, I need everyone to witness when I say my last statement. That'll be my death sentence. I want to go down as one of the best, and everybody knows just who I am, not some complete stranger. I want my story to end ambiguously and to be hung off a cliffhanger. I'll make sure I'm a famous author and I die in public. Die with a book in hand, so I'll die and publish. I need all my papers written in the right form. Correct subheaders are what I will lose my mind for. Computer typo be the type that plays insane amount of tricks. You can tell them meet me in the psych ward. I haven't had the magic words written for me yet, so I haven't read my fairy tale ending truly yet. So I need Shakespeare to add me and Romeo and Juliet, so then I know that when I die, I'll die a writer's death. All right, if you would like to follow me on Instagram, you can at Sanaya the Writer. That's spelled SYNAIATHEWRITER. I also have copies of my first book with me. They are $20. I'm a first-time author, so thank you very much.
Which one of y'all gonna come in here and do like the straight poet for poem? Yo, hey, that was a poet's poem right there. The wordplay, the sentence, the period and all. Hey, one more time for her, yo. Please, please, please. Please, please, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring up somebody that is the reason this is here. All right, the reason Juan has been traveling, the reason Juan is in Houston. Shout out to people that came from Houston to back them up. You know, shout out to you all. Welcome to Baltimore. Hope they treated you well. If not, don't worry. Like I said, this is coming back. This is definitely coming back, and y'all gonna be going to DC next time. So, but ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to clap it up for the man who has started this and who's gonna do his thing. Now, before I bring him up, I wanna let y'all know, all food is $15 now. All food $15. They have $8 shots. I don't know which one it is. I don't know what the liquor is. Like, what's the liquor? Just go get you a shot. It's $8. They even got strawberry Hennessy, and I'm gonna get 5 of them motherfuckers. Trust me, if you know me and Hennessy, oh, strawberry Hennessy, what? Never had it before. Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for the man who brought wanpoetry here. Clap it up for Amir, y'all. Please, please, please.
As my friend and poet Joe Brendage always says, clap if you're sitting next to someone beautiful. Baltimore, we came here all the way from Houston, Texas. Thank y'all so much for welcoming us here, showing up. Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for your host, E-Baby's doing an amazing job. Vic, and of course, here in the wonderful team here at La Familia Soundstage. Thank y'all so much. I started this show in a dive bar 11 years ago in Houston, Texas. I'm an Iranian American, and it came from a place to be heard and not be erased. And what I'm seeing is a lot of people all around the country want to be heard, amplified, respected, and their voices out there. So thank y'all so much for being a big, big part of that. Definitely. And I'm super stoked for your amazing teacher. He's going to close out the show later. K Love, the poet. One of the best in the country, living right here. So much talent here in Baltimore. So I'm gonna do a poem. Yeah. My name is Amir and I'm a poet, but I prefer the noun bardist. You ain't gotta be hard to outwork the hardest. I'm a farmer planting bars when it is not time to harvest. I watch my bars grow into bars like I'm at Avant. Rewind, remind me, what's that bar again? If I drop that bar again, then it's a bargain bin. Oh snap, where have you been at? My bars get snaps and snap bars, and when they're feeling themselves, they flip back, the snap back. My bars are bars of the times. They hop and skip genres. They are double Dutch and double entendres. I guess you could call them chandras. Rhymes, my bars nice. Stay light on their feet, dig deep and flightless. Listen, they try to put me on a no-fly list, but I'm the flyest, and you can't bar up the sky. You don't understand. My bars stay stuck like they're Cardi B busting out the belly band. My bars heavy, my bar ton, but I am no simp, son. I am swimming in Barton Springfields, listening to the sound of silence with Simon and Art Garfunkel. I'm swerving, curses and hearses, serving up verses like I'm employee of the month at Sabaro. Don't ever forget what day comes before tomorrow. America tried to ban us, but this country could not bar me with an army, outbar me or guard me. I'll put up 16 and a quarter like I'm James Barton, Charles Hartley, or Gnarls Barkley. I'm Harley Quinn on John Stark's Harley. I'm Baria Starks meets Brianna Bart sipping tea with Baby Bop and Barney at the house of Tarley fermenting barley. I'm effed up. I try to keep my head up even when I see low green. I ask death, what else is the Grim Reaper bring? I'm the homecoming king, a mix between Aziz and Bari and Rupee bars. They try to tell me that I'm a monkey with these bars, but really, I'm a person. I'm a Persian, so I'm more like Barius the Great. Americans want to call me a terrorist, but I'm Iranian and American, so I guess to the rest of the world, I'm a barbarian. There's so much hate in this world that it makes you feel like you were barking in a parking lot, but maybe we should all stop parking in the parking lot. I am barking and snarling. Barku barsting from the scene, serving up Charlie Nabari bar, knuckle boxing bars like a barista from Nug If You Buck is my national anthem. I don't know the words of the song, but I know what I'm supposed to do when it comes on like Super Nintendo. I'm Mario with the ninja stars. Listen, I've got bars from Texas to the Middle East. Allahu Akbar, to praise God and make people run away afraid of me. And I quote, I pledge allegiance to the bars. That's Brentley Caballero. Don't ever forget what day comes before tomorrow.
I told you I was 55. I ain't knucking no bucking up this motherfucker. Y'all was like, do that shit, eat. No. I be breaking and y'all be taking me off this motherfucking stage. That right there lets you know that wanpoetry is just not run by anybody. It's a poet doing this. It's a poet doing this. Just like my man in DC, Orville, Pure Poetry Live, it's a poet doing it. It's not somebody that doesn't know poetry, doesn't hear poetry, just trying to make money off of us. No, he's bringing us for you all. So one more time for Amir, y'all. One more time. So, They say we have to do an intermission, right? Bathrooms are right there and stuff. And the audience runs the show. It's 7 minutes long. How much of that 7 minutes do y'all want to do intermission? Y'all want to just keep flowing? Y'all having a good time? Yeah! For real, y'all having a good time? Who want intermission? We want intermission. Who's we? That's staff. They gotta pee. Go pee then, motherfucker. That's what they. That staff gotta pee. All right, then we're gonna do what? We're gonna do 2 songs in intermission. 2 songs. We're gonna get into it, but now we're gonna keep the tradition going. But it's all about the poets tonight. We got K-Love in the house, y'all. I'm telling you. The special guest is gonna go on right before K-Love. Like I say, we had Tyita that opened up Baltimore. Because this is Baltimore, we have somebody else that Baltimore also loves, right? So, DJ, you ready? DJ Vic, ladies and gentlemen, trust me, no song is safe. I'll be back in a minute, y'all. I'll be back in a minute. Hey, yo, get that strawberry Hennessy ready for me. Yo, we back, y'all. We're back. Welcome. Everybody, clap it up. So I know I got your attention. So I know I have your attention. Thank y'all. Take care of the bartender, get the food. We got the bathroom lines, that's good. Y'all can still hear us. Hope they got speakers in the bathroom. Y'all can be like, ooh, bars. But still white, motherfuckers. Wipe and wash. While you listen to bars in the bathroom. All right, so this is how we're gonna do it. All right. We have poets who came out just to be on this platform, all right? So, to my poets, to respect the poet behind you, we get ready to just take it to the street corner, all right? We're gonna step up to the mic and we going in. If you got IG, come up, this is my IG, bam, go right in. We're gonna get as many poets in as we can. We're gonna go hard. We're gonna give people who never know what poetry is, what Gil Scott Heron and what Sonia Sanchez, and back in those days when they just straight up to the mic, we come out and spit, this is my shit, this is how we doing it. So, I'm calling 2 people up to the side, all right? So I need Black Swan, Jesse, and then JD the Pros come to the side, all 3 of y'all. So when you come up, spit bang. We going rapid style. Is that cool with y'all? We about to flood your motherfucking ears with poetry and bars and shit that you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, you can't sleep tonight. You're gonna be sleeping the word. So, all right, so I have Black Swan, Jesse, JD the Pros. Where's Jesse? Where you at, Jesse? Oh, right there, Pat. Okay, cool. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for the first group. Black Swan, Jesse, JD the Pros. Come on up, crew. Come on up. Black Swan out of Houston, y'all.
BLK Swan Poetry, one word, at www.blkswanpoetry.com. There's more life behind me than there is in front of me. So I've decided to be a hoe. Because it's time that my happiness over everything means everything. In this phase of my life, I'm done settling. I know my worth, and I want what I want. For the first time in my adult life, I'm okay with being by myself. And I don't have a burning desire to be in a relationship. But let me find out you know how to treat a woman. Let me find out you actually know what it takes to please a woman. Let me find out you know what you want. Let me find out you trying to be my confidant. Let me find out you know how to communicate. Let me find out you actually know how to plan a date. Let me find out you a corporate thug, just waiting after work so you can call your plug. Let me find out you know how to code switch. Let me find out you bout your shit. Let me find out you look good in a suit, custom fit like you belong in GQ. Let me find out you open doors. Let me find out you trying to exercise my pelvic floor. Let me find out your dick stay hard. Let me find out you ready to give up your player card. Let me find out you trying to put in that work. Let me find out your goal is to make me squirt. Let me find out you want to take a shower, wash my back and kiss my flower. Let me find out your blood flow good. Let me find out I'm about to get that good jug. Let me find out you trying to make my pussy push up. Let me find out you want to do more than just hook up. Let me find out you got energy like you young. Let me find out you actually know how to use that tongue. Let me find out you like licking my clit. Let me find out you want me to spit on it, then turn around and sit on it. Let me find out what I said is possible. Let me find out what I want is not impossible. Let me find out I get to rest in my femininity, because you gonna handle shit so I ain't gotta tap into my masculinity. Let me find out you're gonna let me be free to be me, so I can always give you the best of me. Let me find out you wanna keep this smile on my face, ready to stand next to me and claim your place, ready to provide the security and protection I desire. Watch my armor melt away like it's on fire. And if you're ready, then let me know it's real, because I'm ready to seal the motherfucking deal. Black Swan Poetry, y'all.
Let me find out I'm moving to Houston. Let me find out I'm about to get a motherfucking Texas area code fucking with you and her with hot tone. You Houston women are different. Houston poetry's different. Let me find out. They different down there. They hot tune and they want to be hoes. They don't mind. I like that. I like hoes that hot too. I'm about to change my motherfucking residence, ladies and gentlemen. Clap it up for Jesse, y'all. Jesse.
It's okay. It's alright. You don't have to tell me where you're going tonight. Cause best believe it, I don't give a fuck. Best believe it, I don't give a fuck. Every time I finally forget you, then you hit me up. I think you're hoping that I'll find you. Come on, we broke up. It doesn't matter what you send me. No, I won't show up. I loved you more than I ever thought was possible. Last year when you were here, we were unstoppable. I know you're wishing you'd have stuck with the incomparable, but I'm wishing that the way I felt was washable. You had me waiting on you for a year in full, talking, I'm gonna come on Tuesday. Stop the bull, could have had it, almost grabbed it, but you dropped it all. So I'm gonna leave you waiting up against the wall. Or maybe I'll tell you I'll be there in 15, and every time the door creaks, it will not be me. Or maybe I will come so you can watch me leave, and next time you wanna text me, you will leave me be. Plus, me knowing where you are could be dangerous for you. I mean, my revenge journal's got mad pages in it for you. If you think I forgot, I've got rage in me for you. Count yourself lucky, I'm up here, not with you. And yes, the way you felt was like heaven on earth, but now I do daydream of you in a hearse. So, if you think about telling me, remember I told you first. It's okay. It's alright. You don't have to tell me where you're going tonight. Because if I show up, I'm gonna bring a lighter. Everything around you will be on fire. It'll be a beautiful funeral pyre, almost too pretty for such a fucking liar. My family is a kingdom. You could have rose higher, could have sat on the throne, people calling you sire, but now I imagine that you're wrapped up in wire, screaming out my name, but this time not with desire. But begging me for mercy, Jesse, please put out this fire. And I disconnect the phones and don my funeral attire, block the fire exits and throw oil in the fryer, sit outside on the curb with a book and admire. As sweat rolls down your chest, you'll hurt like I hurt. I'm not being harsh, I'm just doing what's required to get you out my head, plus my iPhone is tired of lighting up and making sounds every time you inquire. Thinking of you on the hook makes my eyes grow wider, brings a smile to my face no one's seen in a while. I gave you all the love and grace and now I'm not your supplier. People running out the building. Excuse me, why don't you try her? And baby, nobody will save you. These flames are your timer. No, Mr. Firefighter, it's too late to untie her. The situation of her fate is already too dire. Why don't you sit with me? Let the flames lick and listen to the choir. It's okay. It's alright. You don't have to tell me where you're going tonight. Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
I know when the poet need a hug. You say, I gave everybody that, but you need a motherfucking hug. Y'all like, I ain't get a dap. I would have dap, but nah, fuck that. The fire? I want your locations, matter of fact. I want your locations. I want to know where you at all times. All right, I'm gonna need Nikki, the Don, Nino Hearts, and Tyita to come to the side. Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for JD the Pros, y'all. We about to get to our future real soon. We'll get as many people on as we can.
It was winter, and aside from the fog escaping lungs of slick-talking city walkers, it was cloudless outside too. God did not know what to make of it, and neither did I. It was bizarre. I got on that middle car at Pelham Bay Park, waiting for motion on the downtown-bound 6 train. That is when I noticed you. I was on one side, you on the other, indoctrinated by our pigmentation, so we should be brothers, right? Somehow, I knew that you didn't see it that way. The sun smiled on your skin through the murky windows and caressed your face with his warmth. Not me, but we all knew it was necessary. He, I, and the cosmos. We all knew that you needed the heavens to shine on you most. And yet, you still couldn't fathom or notice the parts of you that resided within me when our eyes met. You see, I acknowledge your existence with a head nod. But you, nah, nigga, you just blank stared me to death. Honestly, if looks could kill my nigga, I know you would take delight into turning out my lights. Or at least blanket them. Like prophets without logic, poignantly propagated by phony prophets. The phosphorescence within me refuses to peep you as my enemy. But nonetheless, with a disease we have all been injected with, Tuskegee syphilis ain't got shit on this. This sickness pickpockets millions of men of their black boy joy. That shit be thieving us of our humanity in broad daylight. With the way we hold anxiety in our chests and paranoia on our minds, you would think we would keep our heads on the swivel to see it coming. And yet, why can't we ever see it coming? We thought the chip on our shoulder was here to build immunity against the violence in our community. But really, it's just killing us slowly. Definitely not softly. Remember, real niggas must be hard to survive, descending from our effervescent stars. As the waters of our unseen tears wait patiently thousands of feet below to swallow us whole. No doubt. Real nigga proverbs reads, beware of the dangers when you meet the eyes of skin-folk strangers. But luckily that day, I ceased from studying those scriptures many years ago. I took heresy's antidote. Yes, luckily I knew that you were not a threat, that you was just a man who desired to be here, well, alive and breathing. Yes, I knew that was just fear behind that death stare, so I ignored your advance for us to take each other's life. Despite whatever you believe, my G, we all have the right to choose an abundant life. Their tactics are not tangible. They, as a people, hardly exist. All I know for certain is that we do, and they are betting on us to play chess with our breath. But my brother, I refuse to be a pawn or any other piece on the board besides the Black King. I mean, think about it. Why do you think all the other pieces are focused on cornering us into a trap? They call it checkmate, but this is a vow I have vowed to never allow to enter into the canals of my eardrums. Intelligence is my friend, and I lean on him most of the times. And he tells me he wants to be your friend too. But you keep on guzzling from that cup of Jim Jones's juice. Worshipping those debilitating doctrines, filling up your insides with those toxins. I pray one day that you find some spirit to cleanse yourself of that negativity. I hope that you take time to reflect, because before you become a pawn, like a man in your mirror, you over there looking. I appreciate y'all. If y'all want to follow me on IG, it's JD the Pros, JDTHEPROSE. Again, JDTHEPROSE. Appreciate y'all.
Hey JD, thank you for taking us there, bro. Thank you for taking us there. I was gonna say something, but the joke went over good. So let's keep on going. All right, so we have Nikki the Don, we have Nino Hearts, and Tyita. Y'all ready to the side? You ready, Nikki? Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for Nikki the Don, please. Nikki the Don, and then we're gonna get close to our feature. We're getting close to our feature.
My name is Nikki the Don, NICKI.LEDON on Instagram, like Megalodon the Biggest Fish. Slut shaming men is my favorite pastime. Addressing misogyny and hypocrisy is how I unwind. Cause y'all were really into Eden's garden and call his guardians every hoe in sight, despite being the same floozies that fuck on the first night. The same hoochie men that will call any former standards gold digging despite not having any dimes to offer them. Scarlet men and charlatans targeted on healers and prophets because you can only work out your demons as a harlot. Ho shit. Unless you're a hotep. And then you're just a token, bullshit artisan, accessing my queendom and looting my potion. Now, I don't mean to be crass, but aside from giving it up fast, y'all be ready to eat some ass and you don't even know my last name. A damn shame. And too blind to receive, getting nothing but skeet. No, Lord, if they weren't thieves, they'd be fucking for free. Get up, king. Have some class. And you dare not ask me to treat you like more than just a piece of meat. Well, you are sirloins. Don't mistake yourself to be rare. You're far too overdone. Shamelessly ran through. Cool the seat of your briefs. I wife men with virtue. No, I didn't mean to hurt you. Because I'm gonna fall back and pretend to do inner work too. And I may double back and reappear and say, even though it's been a year, I think it was right people wrong time just to bury you the bones I hate and fear. And then I'ma ghost you, like a hollow nigga's supposed to. See, ghosts don't come white with a sheet no more. They come red with embarrassment. When I left you on red, you were embarrassed, and now you're just a skeleton of my past falling from the closet, exposing how spineless I really am. And you'll try to out me to the next man, but he won't care. Why would he care? Because the bond we share is worth the sham. Let's call it Lady in the Tramp, or bullshit and red flags. See, I'm a mature matador. I'm sure you heard it's the raging rags that gets them mad. You know that's a myth, right? I'm sure my Red Bull gives you wings, but it's not the color of the flag, it's the way that shit swings. Like the way your muscles move while you put on your shirt. The architecture of those deadly golden arches got my lips parting to say, I know this is unhealthy, but I'm loving it anyway. See, you dressing your anatomy so dramatically just to leave me. Yeah, I fucking flee, but now I'm itching for a fix like a damn addict. No wonder they call me a bitch. I suppose you're pissed now that the roles are switched. See, it was just a walk in the park treating me like shit. Now you rushing to cop pity please, talking about I robbed you of your dignity. You mean the same way you stole my energy? Rushing eagerly to judge me. Oh, please, your honor, there's no honor among thieves. But I'll pretend to make amends, whatever it takes to make us friends. Until you call my sincerity out as a scam and, you know, point me out for the slut I really am. See, there's always a man that makes you take the same stand like nigga. You don't want nothing from me but some cutty. I'm so over being a fuck buddy, I'd prefer a PayPal. So cash at me that audacity. I'm I'm so over being a fuck buddy, I prefer a PayPal. So cash at me that audacity. It's no longer on sale. Matter of fact, Zell me the zest I left after my feet were pressed against your chest. Chime me my time back. While you were out pretending that I was just a playtime snack, while I am, in fact, a full-course banquet, you missed the memo. You can send back my vigor, valor, and virginity via Venmo. At the end of the day, you damn sure know my Apple Pay. And if there's anything else I missed, you can dish out cold, hard cash for the pain and suffering of toting around all this ass I let you kiss. Thank y'all. My name is Nikki the Don.
My fault. I told them whenever I grab the mic, go and cut the music. But I said it's gonna be one song they're gonna keep on going on it. It's gonna be Scrubs. Damn. Don't come up here starting the army with your little self. Little self starting big shit. Girl, you know better than that. All right, so 9 of Hearts. I'm gonna need Rebecca to pause, come to the side. Let me see, you ready, 9? Where you at, 9? Right there, 9 of Hearts, y'all. Clap it up for 9 of Hearts. After that is Tyita. Clap it up, 9 of Hearts, y'all.
What's good, y'all? Can y'all hear me good? Yeah. I'm Nino Hearts. I'm from North Carolina. You can find me on IG at don'tsue_Nino Hearts or Nino Hearts on all streaming platforms. I spent 23 winters gripping a pencil as if a splinter could trigger my mental chemicals to feel the truth. Is my toe on a soapbox or a block for a bitter, poking in pride in a product probably too shocked to remember? I was born by the river, 36 downs in my sock. Rap City video, baby, all I needed was a knot. Soon as I hood on a block, soon as I punched me a clock, threw the tassel off the top, all I got was wooden nickels, drive a man sickle, the blood clot we been through, just to feel fickle like I'm swinging on rentals. They say pussy and paper is poetry, power and pistols. American melee, but keep it judicial. Feels like a payday. Good smoke in the spades game. Fuck it, let the maze play. Just until the rain came. Joy in the pain thing. Raised in the kitchen. Take it how they give it and we turn it all to chitlins. And slavery's a choice. Never comes off, right? Till a slave realizes that he has to decide to be free, die trying to be beneath in his eyes and die slowly anyway. Worrying about death but can't look life in the face without flinching. Lord forgive me, I'm surrounded by malls and prisons, frauds and victims, denying this war we been in, thinking they freedom finna come from a politician, all intention. I wonder if it's all on the page, it was written, a stage or a ways till we age, our position, hypocrite. In my defense, I got a picture for penning this shit, spitting for pennies and nicks. Guess I gotta hit my Bobby bitch on the table for clicks, shucking and jiving they thin lips on the tip of my dick. Build me up an icon, deity. Soon as I get too big for titty meat, they break me down and diddy me. Pause. Same sad song. Same sad song like a suicide soliloquy. I'm just trying to keep the kid in me through all the entropy. Dove in and seen that it's a wall behind that wave. Niggas never see the hand reaching the rat cage. Lost in the shadow bouncing off of the bat cave. Beefing over bitches that was built for a back page. The healing shit was mid-pack. The diss track was real rap. If niggas wanted love and hip-hop, you can spill that. The feeling of an apocalypse coming in still facts. Could speak some real shit you reaching or preaching or thinking you some type of angel. But what's your angle? What you want to thank you? Blame the Star Spangled? You should be thankful. It'll cost an arm, leg, ankle just to keep you out the clanker, out of hearse. What your mama's prayers were? What it pay to break a curse? Enough to lift you off this earth or out this hurt? How you move if you was closer to the dirt than to your birth? Paying dues, obeying fake rules with real consequence. The ants stay inside the Sharpie lines to my astonishment. Box them in with the bipartisan hood politics. Whole world a trench. I could stroll 6 continents and see a Fuji lie. Pray for Kudita. Toting toolies up the coolie high. Pray that you be fine. Rather be tripping and slipping in a compromised position. I mean, gotta be meaner than evil to make a difference. It seems the plot thickens like a bitch in Brazil. It's nonsense. My eye twitching like a jet off a pill. I wish I had the content to get these niggas to feel, but still, the real shit ain't gotta tell you it's real, and that's real. Thank y'all. 9 of Hearts, all screaming.
I ain't gonna lie, I want you, when he said he was from North Carolina, I thought it was like, I'm from North Carolina, look at your hands up, take your shirt off, swing it around your head, wave it like a... Thank you, I ain't by myself. Whoever said helicopter, y'all smoke like I do, that's what's up, y'all was with me, y'all ain't leave me hanging. All right, so, Tyita, you over there, Tyita? Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for Tyita, Rebecca Dupas to the side. You're welcome.
How y'all doing? I'm Tyita. It's Tyyrita. This piece is called Her Dosage, My Side Effects. Quite young when abandonment decided to prescribe me, I started to notice the side effects it had on me. It was either a severe underdosage of not enough attention, support, or guidance, or an overwhelming overdose smothering any chance of independence. I imagined a world where we got along, but child, my head was often in the clouds. Constantly role-playing, I was on Good Morning America talking about my latest book. I found myself overanalyzing every interaction, trying to understand if our day-to-day interactions were healthy doses to my mental health, or was it laced with a dangerous level of control? How I felt was often overlooked. Expressing how I feel to the person who makes the decisions for me, nah, I'm good. The slightest disappointment would trigger her, a punishment, and not doing what I was told was the PRN, punishment as needed and often without warning. This parenting style refilled for years, and the older I got, the worse my tolerance. You know how teenagers are with their critical and abstract thinking. I started to feel. I no longer wanted to push my feelings to the side. I had so many questions about this label. The adhesive used to stick to my skin, bottled in, wanting more details. The questions I once had were disordered. I had to ask myself, how do I let go when the treatment isn't working? It was a tough pill to swallow. Do I stay in this current reality knowing this relationship will remain hollow? There's this unsettling feeling gnawing at me to go with blue. Do I leave or break free from this world I was placed in? My feelings, unreadable like a doctor's prescription, but clearly they're mine to feel, not over the counter for the general public to seek. They aren't just simple or easily addressed like a common ailment, but that's just it. Maybe I was given the wrong medicine. Our relationship like a stomach ache, a pain I can't process or sit comfortably with. To you, not alarming, but to me, disruptive. So I continue to take my Tums, knowing there's a simple solution. A bit of connection, communication, and a touch of reassurance. But you too constipated to realize this water residue passed me. Generations of undiagnosed curses, suffering dimensions. This is beyond us. So I refuse to just sit in the waiting room to break free. Poem. Thank you, guys.
That was like the cutest little dap I got going on stage. Thank you. That was a cute little dap. I like that. Aww. I ain't never argued. I'm a grown ass man. I'm awing up here. Anyway, Baltimore gives love. Baltimore gets a bad rap. No bullshit. Baltimore gets a bad rap. Because Baltimore gives love to people outside of Baltimore who respects Baltimore. As long as you respect Baltimore, we love you. I say we, like I'm from Baltimore. I'm from Virginia. I don't know, I felt Baltimorean right there. My fault, I felt like a Baltimorean. But I say that because this sister right here, she was given an award from Baltimore. And she's not from Baltimore. She's even further than my man from North Carolina, where they wear it around your head like a helicopter. I just want to bring that back up because I'm high. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this sister coming up on stage, Baltimore claims her, no shit, and I will not argue that because when I met her in the poetry scene, it was right here in Baltimore at a little spot right around this little hook right here. Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for the one and only Rebecca Dupas, y'all. Rebecca Dupas.
How y'all doing? so ready for this. Okay. This poem is entitled Safe. Brothers be texting me, or brothers be asking me to send them a text to let them know that I made it home safe. And often I forget. I'm a tad bit independent. Not by choice, but more so by condition. My father wasn't around to do the protecting, so my skin thickened. This goddess complex is not because I want to do things by myself. It's because I hold shit down until someone tells me I can relax. Not just by gesture, but facts. But brothers love to ask me to send them a text to let them know that I made it home safe. And that sounds like, shorty, take care of yourself and then send me an update. So I be wanting to say, yo, I'm okay. Go home and settle in like you would any other day, I'm fine. Let's not pretend we fitting to be doing this all the time, because playing with my safety is like playing with my mind. And obviously I be out of sight and out of mind. It's like they see me and they remember that I'm worthy of their wondering, as if my other 6 days don't need covering. It's plenty of nights that I get home after the street lights come on and it's business as usual. Everybody carries on. But today, somebody gonna pretend like they can't sleep unless they know that I made it home safe. And I promise you I want to appreciate it. But it leaves me deeply insatiated to be like, hey, I'm home. And then they be like, good. And I guess that makes a man feel the way that a man should. And I guess that makes a man feel like I'm better protected because I sent him a text message. But nobody has ever asked me if that method was effective. They just treat it like an item on the gentleman's checklist. But here's the truth. God got me, I'm safe. I check in with my mom and them every single day. My homegirl lives 5 minutes away. My homeboy works nights. He's like, let's talk along the way. Their care is consistent. But this little text message exchange will soon be non-existent. It's protection on the screen. It's not like you offered to walk to the door with me or to talk to me on my long drive, so I get home like, yo, I'm alive. I made it home. Let's do this again in 17 weeks when you see me at another show. But if you want to know, there's a spider in the corner of my room. The trash needs to be pulled. I'm gonna need some air in my back tire real soon. But yeah, me sending you a text is cool. It would have hit different if it was initiated by you. Because honestly, you just gave an independent woman one more thing to do. And right now, somebody's like, girl, just be happy that somebody thought about you. As if people never do. I'm cared for. That's why I know when people care more. And I had to sit with myself and say, why is it when brothers ask you to send them a text, does a little frustration linger? And it's because they're offering me the kind of care that does not require them to lift a finger. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. If we're not already connected, my name is Rebecca Dupas, D-U-P-A-S, and I'm so excited. Show some love for my girl, K-Love the Poet, and my friend E-Baby.
Alright, we're about to do a spelling bee. Spell that shit again. This is the National Spelling Bee. R-E-D-V-S-B-E-C-T. D-N-T. Wait a minute, hold up. Oh, that's right. It do. My bad. You got it. Hey, one thing I love about that poem, when she put that poem out, I'm one of them guys that hit her up to make sure she's home safe. And even though it's no boyfriend, girlfriend, I meant it, but she hit me up like, hey, I just want to let you know, this ain't got nothing to do with you. So keep hitting me up. Because I would have stopped, I was like, oh, fuck Instagram. Unfollow. But that's a true story. She hit me up. She said, "E, I just want to, let you know, I appreciate it. It's for some other guys." And I understood. I really, really did understand. But, hey, Rebecca, New Orleans, right? Huh? Where you from? 2 hours north of New Orleans. Mansur? Mansur. All right, so Baltimore takes in Virginia. Baltimore took in Mansur. And Baltimore also took in Chi-Town. Your feature is from Chi-Town. But if you ask anybody from Baltimore, she from Baltimore. Right off North Ave. MLK. Now, I don't know if there's MLK, but every black city has an MLK. I don't even know what that shit is. But I go anywhere and say MLK. They were like, yup. I be like, thank God. I can't do that shit in Alexandria, Virginia. That shit don't work. Like MLK, no motherfucking George Washington Boulevard. There's no MLK around here. Fuck that shit. Shout out to my white side. Shout out to my white side. These hazel eyes didn't come from Africa. Trust no bullshit, no bullshit. Shout out to my white side. That's what's up. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, again, if you've never seen K-Love before, dynamic. K-Love is not just for the women. Fellas, if you pay attention, when you leave out of here, put it like this, ladies, if you on a date tonight and you hear something that you've been trying to tell your man, you do like this, tap, 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 that means, motherfucker, that's what I've been trying to tell you. Tap, 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 tap. Fellas, if you single, take notes. Trust me. You might find you a Houston woman. I don't know. You might find you some Houston booty. You know they hold it high too. But nah, real shit. Hold up, Houston. I know y'all watching. Like, no, I don't mean that shit. I'm doing poetry shows down there in Houston. But that's classic. But this feature coming up, ladies and gentlemen, is dynamic. She is for everyone. She speaks to everyone. She speaks for everyone. She speaks about everyone. To be given that gift and to understand the gift and to give it to you in her form and God not change anything that she's doing, meaning God is pleased at what he's hearing. Hey sis, this is your pulpit. Juan has given you a pulpit. You've been to Baltimore many, many times. How many people have never seen K-Love? Ladies and gentlemen, K-Love. Come on now, Jess. Let's go, DJ.
Like, whew. I really just don't take it lightly. This is a life I did not plan for myself. My first love is children. I got like 25 years of youth development history stored up in me, and in my city, Chicago, that's what I'm most known for, community work. Poetry is something that I stumbled into. But I feel so grateful to have admiration from my peers. I'm grateful to have admiration of the city. I'm grateful to have admiration on social media platforms, people that only know me from there. I can't say it enough. I'm grateful. I don't take it lightly, no matter how many shows I do. I've been doing this full time for 20 years, and every single time I'm moved just as much. So clap it up for yourselves. Clap it up for every person that came up here before me and touched the mic. Make some noise. Clap it up for my sis, Rebecca Dupas. Make some noise. And so I'm gonna do poems.
So sometimes, oh, I done broke the mic already. I just got here. Let's see. All right, so I think it's ready. I think I got it. Let's see. I think I got it. So as loving as you are, you know, sometimes people don't be loving you anyway. And I have wrote a poem, but I'd like to hear it. You get nervous when I walk in the room. You feel the energy shift, like my gift thick as hell. Aura slugging, spirit casting heavenly spells. There's something about me that makes you question yourself. And I see right through it. But I still hug you anyway. Still speak life to you because I'm not on a campaign to gain haters. See, I don't need your disdain for my fame to be greater. Only fools use hate for fuel. No thank you, my tank is full. When secured, I'm cool. It comes with the territory. My mother prepared me for it. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. So just make sure that you sit slow when you're thinking about putting your lips on me now. What I look like tripping when you the type to sip Lipton. Your kind of cancer can't compete. I'm antioxidants, anti-inflammatory, I'm lots of bliss, and your celestial seasonings can't box me in. I'm herb potent, verb toting, I stir up the gift and then I add a little lime in my lines for a kick and then I serve it the God way, honey. What's a little sugar to agave? Funny. You can't cope with the cup. I see you mugging when you see me coming. Green teed up with envy. Looking like you want a Earl Grey. I'm like, damn, that's steep, sis. But oh, babe, that won't stop me from giving off the light. See, on or off the mic, I'm not living off your likes. I got real wars to fight. And your misdirected misdiscrepancies, they hold no mic here. It doesn't matter if you think I deserve to be right here. I'm right here. And you and God gotta settle that. Mad at me for loving me the way you be pretending to love you. Now, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? But those bags belong to you, Badu. Regardless, I'm gonna be me. Bold in speech, rocking these coils and kinks. I'm a royal drink, you can call me Nefertiti. And it's got you pissed, runs right through you. Now you got a pee-pee, I see you. I see you sipping your tea like, who does she think she is? Out here shining bright like Issa Rae, but you Issa Rae, insecure like it's back in the day on a Sunday night. But I'm best on a Sunday morning. A perfect pair with meditation. And if you wasn't hating, you could probably get healed. See, I could bring the heat or I could chill. I'm kind of thug and chamomile now. Ain't that some audacity? You out here sitting on your salsa, salty, mad at me. Don't be a casualty of putting my name in your mouth too quick. I've been known to bruise lips and I usually don't do this. But if the proof is, cheers to you, sis. What I'm saying is, you could keep that backwards love. Just don't show up at my tea party wearing big hats and gloves, clowning when we doing crumpets and lemon zinger. I'm talking true debutante demeanor. I'm out here serving love with my pinky up. Please don't make me have to use the other finger. That was for my tea drinkers. Y'all like tea? But no, the name of this set though, I was thinking about, I never really planned exactly what I'm gonna do with a feature because I really like to feel the energy and I like to be fluid for the spirit, and I found that to work the best. So I have an idea, but I never know where I'm gonna go. But the word that kept coming to me over and over again is community and relationships. Community and relationships, and I'm not even talking about romantic relationships specifically, but honestly, the community that you have around you and the relationships that you are keeping and carrying and how we value those relationships that are around. I heard somebody touch on it earlier, yeah, I'm 43. Somebody say where? Knees. And I am 1 year married so far. I've never given birth to any children, but in Chicago, I'm affectionately known as the mother of the South Side for my mentoring efforts. But I remember one time overhearing a conversation with someone that was attempting to invalidate the legacy that you could leave if you don't leave children to this world. And I sat on that for a while. And then God gave me a poem called Mother. And if God never lets me see how it is to carry a seed, may every poem that I wrote, a word that I spoke, carry my legacy. Nobody knew Maya Angelou had a son, but everybody knows why the cage bird sings. Some people carry babies. Some people carry dreams. And I'm just giving praise to the dreamer. Let's take Bobby Christina, God rest her soul. Is she ever more legendary than Whitney's records that went platinum and gold and gold? Michael Jackson was stated to be the greatest to ever do it, but was his offspring ever remembered as his music? I mean, no matter how cold he was, nobody was checking for blanket. They'd rather have his glove. And if I never procreate, to date, I've been a pro at creating, pushing this pen, and I got friends that wish they could labor with these lyrics and deliver like me as they head into labor and delivery. And I know and honor warrior women who had the strength to push out children, but they're still hurting and feel uncertain because their cervix couldn't seem to birth their purpose or prove what they were here to do. And they're so desperate to know. And every time they see me, I'm starting to show. And every time I see them, they're starting to show. But we equally acknowledge each other's glow. Because we both know what it's like to give life. Whether open legs or open mic, with open hearts, we both stretch. We both leave marks. We've both been blessed to leave a part of ourselves, whether inside of an actual someone else or inside of a book on the shelf that's gonna help that someone else be born again. Tupac never multiplied into two pots, but tell me you don't feel the sum of him and Kendrick Lamar and Eminem. They said nobody would know that I was here if I didn't have a child with my smile that grew hands and feet, like my poetry ain't that deep, like my belly ain't swell with these stories to tell that developed inside of me. See, babies grow in fluids. My poems grow influence. Make people want to do it. Double entendre. I'm on a movement, so my ovaries owe no explanation for their patience. My fallopian tubes just so happen to be cool with waiting, but that doesn't mean that life hasn't begun in me or for me, or that my story is or will be any less remembered. Let's remember, people may forget what you did, but they never forget how you made them feel. And though I've yet to give children, every time I open my mouth, somebody tells me I give chills. And to date, I still got somewhat over 2 mil feeding off a viral video of mine. No umbilical cord, but they're still connected to my lifelines that help them grow spine and nerve to formulate words to speak when they felt weak. So no, I haven't had the privilege of changing that many Pampers, changed the thought pattern of the parents that were pregnant. They used my poetry as their prenatal regimen. See, my water waters the broke and broken, leaving stages soaked in my amniotic tonic. You see how I open up without a stitch, and you see sections stand to receive my gift? A birth and a shift of consciousness. Yeah, that be miraculous too. But I don't need no praise or accolades for the ones that I raise, because that's simply what mothers do.
While she gets her thoughts and her emotions together. It was said earlier, it doesn't have to come from between a woman's knees to be a mother and just to feel that right there. Yeah. All right? So, this right here is her cash turn. K-Love the Poet. Follow me at K-Love the Poet, all right? One thing that Juan does is they pass the buckets, all right? If you don't have cash, that's what this is for. I'm telling you like this, to a poet, $3 is $30. Don't feel ashamed at this, oh, I ain't got this, I ain't got that. If you really want to help this sister, do whatever you can, all right? So I'm gonna pass this around. Now, I got fish eyes. You know that fish that can look two ways like this? That's me, motherfuckers. I'm following these buckets. If I see a hand go in and come out with something, Planet Fitness is on the way, motherfuckers. Planet Fitness is coming to kick that ass, all right? But no, for real, we're gonna pass this around, and these are the love buckets. K-Love, you good back there? I see you rocking like a nana, just rocking like a nana, just with her nana rock, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, part 2 of K-Love the Poet, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Oh, man, relationships. He was the head of the hood. He was the head of the hood, but he couldn't seem to get ahead of the hood, because in the hood he got more head than the head in the hood of the hoodie that he wore. I tried to tell him he was a god, but he thought I said vice lord. So he stayed wrapped up in mic cords and nice whores, disconnected from his life source. He never knew his mother. Hated what he knew of her, so he kept a new lover, because he knew lovers had a tendency to tend to his feminine deficiency. Dude's been incomplete since infancy. His mama left him at an early stage, left him with an early rage, so he started gang banging and banging girls at an early age, because little mama kind of reminded him of his mama a little. So he loved it when she called him baby. 40 and crazy. Drank 14 40 ounces daily, took 9 or so blunts. Smoke-filled room. He reminisced those 9 or so months he had spent in his mama's womb. So he slept with 90 or so sluts, trying to find a vagina that felt like hers. Because that was the last time that he ever really felt her touch. He heard he was good for nothing, only good for fucking. Even though he tried to hide it in his eyes, I could tell he was looking for something. So while he was loving them whores, secretly he pretended that his genital was an umbilical cord, connecting him to what he lacked. The only thing in his life that ever had his back was the scratches from the hood rats that he tapped under twilight, matriarch queen deprived, so he only did it on queen size. So in between the queen's thighs, he fantasized her screams and moans. As she yelled, "I'm about to come," all he heard was, "Son, mama's home." So with still unfastened pants, he pants and lies on breasts like implants. A full-grown man, but an infant with a thug's persona. Underneath his hard exterior, all he ever really wanted was his mama. Not to mention he missed his granny. She now rests in peace, so now he tries to find rest in the different chick to fulfill a different one of his needs. He got one that buys him gifts, one that cooks his favorite dish. He even got a church-going chick. But strangely, shorty makes him angry. Church only makes him fight God harder because he wasn't looking for another father. He wanted his mother. Couldn't get with the concept of Jesus because he only saw dude as another brother. Too much testosterone, not enough estrogen. So he drowns the tears of a baby boy in extra gin as the echoes of exits of feminine kin begin to get the best of him. Yeah, y'all heard about the woes of the fatherless hoes, but what about the pain and sin of motherless men? One of the greatest things I've done in my life, I told y'all about my youth efforts back in Chicago. I took in a young man when he was 15, and that young man today is getting ready to be 33 years old, and I raised him as my own. He recently relocated to Baltimore to be mentored by my husband, and being a mother to him has been one of the greatest joys of my life, and I've been able to see many different struggles that men go through. I'm also a daddy's girl. Any daddy girls in the house? I unfortunately lost my father in 2021, but my connection with him also helps me to connect with men. And what I've realized about myself is I really appreciate people with scars. Brothers with scars, sisters with scars. And so I was thinking about how I appreciate brothers with scars first. And I'm like, man, why do I appreciate brothers like this so much? Well, before my father left this earth, my father was about 29 years clean from drugs. My father made a 100% recovery from being a drug addict and left out of this world with great dignity behind his name. And so his transformation lets me know that transformation with men, especially our men, is possible. And so I said, okay, I know that I got it in that area, right? And then I thought about it. I said, oh, this is a thing with me. When I go into the schools and they send me into the schools, I say, give me the ones that y'all say are the bad kids. Right. That's my tribe right there, the smart mouth girls. Bring them my way. And I said, oh, wait, I'm kind of like this. I like women that are down to earth in that same way. I like to thrift store shop, baby. I said, okay. The thing is, I love loving things back to life. Yeah. Right? Things that people said, this is garbage, this is no good. I'd be like, come here. Let me show you. Let me show you what love do. I have a little poem about it. I'll take a bruised and battered brother. I'll take a bruised and battered brother. In fact, I love a lacerated lover. Branded, but candid about how he handled the hand he was handed. I'm talking about the type that done dealt with some hard issues. Type of brother fall down, get up, wipe his tears with scar tissue. I need a brother that survived some shit. One that's lasted through whips, more lashes than chicks. I need a God equipped with gashes, scratches, and nicks, but still mixed with magic and gifts. A king that can cope with the contusion from his confusion. A brother that knows how to lose and not lose him in the process. One that knows how to fail. One that's taking L's, probably smoked some too. The type that's made well. A dude that's made do through the furnace. Got lesions from learning that earned him some wisdom. Yeah, I'll take the tattered type. This battle life and death within himself. His woes be wealth of knowledge. You can call his cuts college. They taught what them textbooks don't teach. I love a brother not so far removed from the streets. One that's danced with defeat and his footwork is still imprinted in the pavement. One who ain't afraid to tell me where the pain went. One that survived his enslavement. I be like, yo, give me the one who made it. I love, baby, I love a reformed thug with warm hugs and pierced skin, fierce men that made it through. Baby, I love your freckles, faded tattoos. I keep a jar of shea butter just for you, because I believe in building with brothers with blisters. And as a woman, check my sister circle. I only surround myself with other women that have seen life from all its angles. I'm talking bruises and bangles, draped in scrapes, but still out here cloaked in capes. Whose hurts don't hurt no more, because they've healed and been healed before. Been through the ringer and zinger, warrior women who got stories on living from dust to dope, hustle to hope, goddesses, often on some human shit. In tune with grit and grind, groomed through wit and time, corns on their feet, just like mine, like mine. The keepers of cocoa butter for cuts to come. I hang around the type of women that'll tell you straight up that they've looked dumb for love a time or two. I hang around the type of women that'll tell you straight up what they've been through and seem to revisit sometimes. I'm talking about the type of women with stretch marks on their bellies and thighs from either giving life or shit, just living life. Baby, these are the signs. I hang around moon mamas who suffer through womb traumas, mastectomies, and more, still out here soaring with their swords. See, I need friends with flaws. I'll take my mentors marred in mistakes, laced with lessons, still questioning life, because ain't nobody always been right. So you can save your persona of perfection for playtime with tats. I'm a grown-ass woman. I know life done thrown some rocks, so please tell me about that time your throne was rocked and your crown almost fell off. Tell me about that time you were lost, how you survived your hell. Tell me about that light that lit your path so well. Do tell about those relationships that set sail and failed. See, me, I hang around humans. People with pimples and problems who ain't afraid to rock them. You can catch them on any given day. They be out here walking through Gotham like, you want to know how I got these scars? Villains turn victors because they're still standing. Works of art. Unapologetic about their aesthetics because we done been through it all and we be each other's band-aids till we get better. See, beneath the pus, we can laugh, pick our scabs together, call me when your stitches itch. I'm unbothered by your blemishes. They can never diminish your dope because every time you get the courage to show the world your gory glory, you administer hope. And what if? What if stars are really just scars on the body of a melanated sky? Placed there by God, by design, to remind you of that time you survived when you literally thought you would die. Never be ashamed of your scars, for they made you exactly who you are. Thank you. This is my last piece for the night. I thank you. Y'all been a wonderful crowd. Can y'all clap it up for yourselves? This is a very brand new poem. Somebody say new shit? I wanted to save it to the end in case I mess it up. That way y'all don't think I'm good. But community. Community. Community.
That's the best thing I got going for me. And I wrote a poem about that. If y'all know the song at the beginning, just chime in. Cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. I said cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. I consider myself wealthy, but how many people I could call to help me? Because what good is feeling safe if you don't feel safe? I'm just saying that if relationships were bins, know that my pocket's real straight. Good relationships be a Benz, and my ride is luxury. I got so many solid ones that I'm unbothered by those who don't fuck with me. I'm resting in my rich auntie. Because real money ain't new to me. It's always been community. Having all hands on deck be like checks. Never having to guess, or get my respect out the mud. I plant it in poems and hugs. And that's why even the strangers treat me like blood. And I ain't no Kelly, but you can't tell me the city of Chicago don't step in the name of love. Where you get your money from? This is my inheritance. I come from a legacy of lovers. I'm still spinning off what my parents did. My mother fed the neighbors' kids. My daddy treated all my brother's friends like they was his. My granny took everybody's in, and I've been caring for other people's kids since I was 10. It's always been embedded. I come from a lineage that never mind lending a hand like prosthetics. So no, I'm not surprised when I get it. Karma always been the block on me. I stand on the shoulders of giants, and I promise I got the backing of the block on me. A present help hovering. Yeah, y'all see the following, but you sleep on the covering. Those that cover me outside of the comment section, the quiet correctors, the crown adjusters, the grounded conversations, that wisdom that hit my spirit like a Cash App notification. I guess that's what they mean when they say money talks and all. You can't put a price on the cost. Don't mind me. This is just the way that I floss. Like, I can't tell you how many times I reached and been rescued. Right before I crashed out. Had to be a crazy amount. I'm not talking about folks just pulling their cash out. I'm talking about a real life savings account. Because it ain't about how many checks I could cash. It's about how many folks I got around me that'll check my assets. I'm never empty. They keep me with a balance. That's why I can't imagine what it's like not having friends. Or better yet, having some but feeling like I can't trust none. Meanwhile, my squad sitting around me looking like a trust fund. And the interest is always mutual. I got an IRA until I RIP, protecting my future moves, and we all gonna eat. It's a famine without family, and I'm just flexing on what my life is like. Like if support was water, I know I can make it rain for 40 days and 40 nights. They say light attracts light, and connections be currency. And currently, mine be electric and will fly. I got village money, social capital, big tribe, no credit card, my credit hard. Get me in spots that plastic can't take you. Sacred circles, I credit God for the profit. What you got in your pockets? I got the Panthers, poets, and prophets. Those them different kind of dollars. I roll with a stack of real ones that honor Jesus, Buddha, Ifa, and Allah, the Imams and Abbas, African-centered. I got doctors and dentists, innovators and dentists, herbalists, nurse practitioners, therapists, really good listeners. I'm telling you, my gang is golden. I'm holding. I got some arms I can go in and fold in. And having this level of care got me feeling like a millionaire. So yes, when it comes to crew, I'm well-to-do. It's definitely giving unity, gated community, and this the kind of building that you can't buy. Alone won't do it. Double entendre. Some of y'all had good money too, but you blew it. Ran through it. Fumbled the bag with good people. Let your ego write a check. And now you're left to figure out life all by yourself. Not knowing the value of those that surround you. That's the definition of broke.
We call that a discernment day. Show me who you standing next to, and I'll show you where your earnings at. Because you're on the throne when you're alone, but when you can lean, I swear to God, you hit the lottery. Because even if you stack in the green, without the backing of a solid team, I can guarantee you still in poverty. Where your money at? Thank y'all so much. I am so grateful. So grateful. So grateful. Thank you so much. If you are not following me on social media, you can follow me at Love the Poet, just like it said on the board. Outside of that, y'all, my tour, the Artist Sisterhood, kicks off July the 20th right here in Baltimore, Maryland. This is a color-coordinated brunch and day party celebrating long-standing friendship amongst women. I do it in 4 to 5 cities. When you go on the site, you and your friend group get to choose a color. Only you and your friends come in that color, and when all the ladies and all their friends come together with these colors, it's a beautiful thing. Y'all don't want to miss it right here in Baltimore. 720 in Baltimore, 810 in Chicago, 824 in Philly. Thank y'all so much. Good night.
The show is not over. Let me say that first, but clap it up for Love the Poet, y'all. Come on. Love. Yes. Let me let y'all know real quick, right? We're going to move Love's merch table right over here, all right? The bar is shutting down, so there's space. So if you would like to get some of Love's merch, it's going to be right over there. Now, as I said, the show is not over, all right? If you're going to go over there, we want y'all to please still respect the mic. Still respect the mic. Now, I want to shout out La Familia, y'all. Clap it up for La Familia, the establishment, y'all. I want to thank them because even though they had an agreement, they said, yo, we gonna close this night out, right? You got a few more people to go, and that's how we're gonna do it. So we had the guaranteed and we had the maybes. We on the maybes, so I'm gonna need my maybes to come up on. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna see the countdown. So everybody I call is right on this first page. I want you to come and line up behind me. I need Capella Dizzy to come up. I need Monae to come up. I need Che, Ebony Quartz, Doll After Dark, A Glowing, and Tay Chaos itself, all right? This is how we closing the show out, all right? So again, we're gonna have Love over there, and again, you can get some merch. The show is not over, but we wanna end, again, they understand, poets come out for the show. La Familia says respect. Y'all came and packed the joint out. Thank you for that, so we give y'all to get these people up. So, I'm gonna need my 7 now. Come line up, because we're gonna see y'all count down. Capella Dizzy, Monae, Che, Ebony Quartz. Keep going, keep coming, get some room. Keep coming. No, you don't. All right, so where's Monae? Come here, Monae. So Monae is here, where's Che? Here. All right, so Che right here. Where's Ebony? Ebony Quartz? I'm coming. All right, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Capella Dizzy, y'all. Capella Dizzy. Did y'all enjoy yourselves? I see y'all still hanging out with us. Hey, real quick, before I do that, every third Saturday here, right? The ladies of Bar Beauties, they hold a karaoke. Every third Saturday here. Also, every Wednesday here, Kiss the Lioness holds an open mic spot. Every Wednesday. No slowing down. Baltimore has a beautiful scene. Follow that scene. Get with management. Follow La Familia. You know what I'm saying? They might promote what's going on. You know, y'all enjoy yourselves with the food good, the drinks good. Was I good? That's what's up. Let's keep this show going. So DJ, let's end that music and let's go with Capella Dizzy, y'all. Let's go.
How y'all doing? Capella Dizzy, aka Pella Dizzy on Instagram. You can follow me. This is called Silver Spoon. I was never fed love off of a silver spoon. Instead, I taught myself how to lick it off a jagged knife. I cut my tongue in the process, you see. I was starving for affection, and it seemed that was the only way I'd have a slice. My Adam's apple dice bleeding down my chest to a heart that was receding, beating, easing in a freezing, leaving this numbness that whispered, make yourself at home. Questions in my head make me question if something's wrong with my dome. I mean, baby, how many people we got here tonight?
About 200.
And I still feel alone. I've always heard that home is where the heart is. And that just hits the hardest, because while I am grateful for a roof over my head, I think that I'm heartless. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want to fall in love again, it just seems like nothing's left of me. I want to trust again, it just seems like a wasted energy. I'm paranoid every time someone befriended me. I had 4 best friends who were like kin to me. 2 of them died and the other 2 were dead to me. Imaginary, I guess. They just wasn't who they pretend to be. I swallowed pride like shards of glass. A burning passion that's charred to ashes, kinda hard to pass, marred and thrashed with scars that last. Sometimes I can scrape a smirk out of backhanded compliments. I think I'm colorblind. People have shown me their true colors a dozen times and I act as if I'm not convinced. Sometimes I think my thoughts will be better, soundproof. Sometimes I think I smile just to see if I remember how to. I've held back on tears so long that I'm scared if I do cry, the pressure will burst my eyes out my skull. I was told by my father not to half-ass anything with an iron scold, but I still feel like I'd be lying if I told him that I was whole. I am cold. Maybe I'm finally becoming a product of my environment. The smiling kid from the house where all the sirens went. I beat on my chest just to see if there's any fucking signs of life in it. All the noise is quite frightening, but not even a fraction of what the silence is. All the noise, my thoughts roar like an asylum with some type of mic in it. Becomes an 808, becomes an unsafe space that beats like 808's breaks until my head breaks and aches. And I tried to hide it with a straight face. And I remember when I used to want to run away after getting whoopings as a kid. I'm 32 years old now, and sometimes I still wish that I did, but now I live for my daughter so that she'll never have to live the way that I lived. Now I look at my daughter like God's blessing for everything that the devil bid. Now I love for my daughter so that unlike me, she'll never have to question what that really is. Thank you.
Hey, bro, I know it's hard, bro. Yeah, I got a 4-year-old that, I listen to her like she's 40. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for Monae coming to the stage. Monae coming to the stage. That was sick. And we down to 6, y'all. We counting down, number 6.
How y'all doing? Hey. Let's see. Y'all want to hear a poem about a crush, or you want to hear a fuckboy poem? Y'all so toxic. Let the record show I let y'all pick. How dare you wash up on my shores a shell of a man, as if my tides will wash the burden to love me from your hands. My government is Ariel. That's A-Y, because it means sanctuary, not mermaid. So I'm not going to stand by and watch you flounder my heart. And I'm not the bird that will sing through your prison, your bars labeled your wants, your needs, the latest things that you've seen on your social media feed. No more, and know this. Falling for you is not an option. You're a leech on my energy, draining me from my worth. Please. You come to my table and dead, sat down and demanded a plate, then proceeded to take a drink, appetizer, dessert, to go, as if the time it took you to walk to my table and sit, cover the cost of the meal that this essence serves, sir. Who sent you? Where is the return label? Expedite the shipping. No more draining my energy, no more, and know this. When you sit at my table, don't come broken or busted busted. You're tripping. If you think leaving me wishing there was more will somehow make me poor, come to me, having done the work within you to be the man that your mama is proud of, to be the man that you would want for your mama. I'm over being drained beyond recognition. I'm done being left to Rubik's Cube your shit out. So let me say this once, and I'm gonna try not to shout. Come to me with king energy only. Pour into me, explore me. Put some effort in, try. But don't treat this like dollar store pussy because you couldn't muster the family value that I deserve. Come to me wealthy in all the ways that matter because this crystal table is built not to shatter. She's reinforced at the foundation, rooted in queen ancestry, meant to be stood on by the next generation, sat at by rulers of nations. So, sir, there ain't no wait list or reservation. There's only ready or not. Here I come. You can't hide. Ready or not, here I come. But if you need me to make you love you so you can love me, run. Yeah. This is the table of a buffalo soldier, and there's only one seat available. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, y'all. Y'all can find me at _Hey Monae. That's _HEYMONE. Thank y'all.
Here she come in her heels. Can you run in those things? I want to race you. I just want to race you. All right, y'all. We got 4 more. Ebony. No, we got Che. Che, you ready? Where's Ebony Course? Come on up here, Ebony, so they can see you. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Che.
Greetings, my name is Che via way of Norfolk, Virginia. Oh, Hampton Roads. The name of this piece is called My First. They say that you never ever forget your first. You see, I remember him like it was yesterday, like it was the day before yesterday, like it was today, like it will be tomorrow, like he was unforgettable. He and I, not knowing that the circumstances leading to this chance encounter would become memorable. In the first 5 minutes, we learned that we shared commonalities. Dreams that we hope one day would be birthed to life to become actuality. Small talk to actually hide the fear and the realities of why we both were here. You see, he, like me, was an 80 baby, born 5 months and 7 days apart. Area codes 203 and 718 cities. Me, New Haven, Connecticut, and him, New York City. We came from a time when the fat boys and the heavy D came before Biggie. We conversed about the value of family ties. We joked that sometimes parents just didn't understand, and we agreed that there were different strokes for different folks. You see, we had done this before, but this wasn't the same. This wasn't the mundane I had become used to, and 2 minutes into this, I knew that we would always remember each other. The face, the space, the place in which I had to tell my fellow 80s baby that he tested positive for HIV. You see, had I left my office 5 minutes earlier, he and I would exchange polite hellos, and who knows, he may have been someone else's first or second, but he was my first. My fellow 80s babies. Fridays weren't supposed to be overtaken by the blues, but silently thinking someone else's neglected responsibilities was now his news. My fellow 80s babies, no, this isn't the 80s, and no, HIV isn't a death statement. You have so much life to live, so much words to give, so much more to live. To my fellow 80s baby, he was my first, but he was definitely not my last. Please know more about PrEP, HIV testing, DoxyPep, InPep. We have people to save and more lives to live, so please don't know that.
Message. Ebony Courts, you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for Ebony Courts, and we have Dawn After Dark, Glowing in Chaos. We about to get out of here, y'all.
Thank you. Hey, y'all. So I know it's the end of the night, but I'm gonna ask y'all to rock with me just real quick and sing a song. Cool? All right, cool. So, it's driving me out of my mind. Okay, that's why it's hard.
Miss her, kiss her. That girl is what? Hey, okay. So he said, never trust a big butt and a smile, because that girl is poison. As if she be carrying toxins so intoxicating that it couldn't help but to attract your toxicity. Or maybe she told her natural pheromones to attract you. Loyal. In her bed as she forces the ethanol dripping from her lips down your throat, getting you drunk off her jungle's juice. And she be too pure just carrying around 150 proof, knowing that you were just a lightweight by design that couldn't help but to get caught up with the way that her moon shines like such an alcoholic. And now you think you can break down the chemical makeup of a woman since you gotten a taste? Like when you say she's chemically imbalanced, but you be the one throwing off her pH ironic. How easy it is to shift blame. Label her Medusa while you turn to stone watching her hips sway. Like the pendulum in her waist be a snake charm or too hypnotic for you to just close your eyes or avert your gaze, but I get it. See, to you should be a septic tank, contaminated, with so much sewage only you have the ability to drain in order to save her life. So you plumb her, strategically finding new ways to lay pipe, dreams before her. Got her calling you king, but you're really a jester. Got her thinking she's being reborn, but you really are an execution. Your every thrust be a lethal injection, either causing bodies to drop or her to drop a body while the option to stay is yours to choose. She be caught in a web you've weaved with no one to avenge her as you label her Black Widow like she be the death of you. And that's not a fact to marvel at, so we are done. This is for all the women built like me. We will no longer be a Sarah Bartman. Our bodies are more than just trophies to be exhibited. We are more than just a trend. And whether or not we choose to let a Dr. Miami, our bodies are swimming or divine. And I know this be a blessing, but I pray to God you never try to lay hands upon it, because you will catch mine. See, this big bone beauty doesn't care if you can offer her a Mercedes experience. I will push you off a cliff before I ever let your little murder in this P-Valley. And I'm serious. See, you may view this voluptuous vixen as a vault full of venom, but it is your victim mentality that's ushering in diseases that let it burn, literally. So, who's really toxic? But this question has me thinking, maybe we are toxic. That's why we're called a heroine, because we be a drug, addictive, morphine for the morphine we possess, reducing your pain every time you cry out, but we are more than that modern medicine mess. This ain't no big pharma, we holistic. This Dr. Sebi cell food to have you going ballistic, so I see why you keep coming to get a taste of this plant life. We are done feeding our egos, pumping one head while the other sometimes belittle. So the next time you think to call us poison, put some respect on our name, because we are more like a weapon of mass destruction. Call us Hiroshima, because we will detonate bombs if you keep pushing our buttons. Turn this into World War II, because when it comes to our hearts causing a holocaust you pain. And what you will not see is our concentration camping on ways that we can let our tears gas you for days, because our potion be potent like that. So sir, or in my case, ma'am, before you think to adopt that superhero complex and label me as the villain in your story, never forget that even Batman chose to fall for a woman like Poison Ivy. Thank you.
She gonna come up here with a big butt and a smile too. That's fucked up. You gonna play that song too? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Dog After Dark. Give it up for Dog After Dark, y'all. Give me y'all say management 2 more.
Hey y'all! My Instagram is Dog After Dark 7. My poem's coming to story time, so I need you guys to say story time. Have you ever had someone hate on you that never took the opportunity to get to know you? Secretly hating on my sex appeal, I could have taught you a thing or two. Don't get mad at me because maybe your parents shouldn't have mixed.
Little do you know, when someone pissed me off, I turned into a battle rapper. This poem's entitled, Dear Hater. So since I used to want to be a battle rapper, if you stepped into the ring with me, it would sound a little something like this. Hickory dickory dock, this 9 is aimed at your clock. The clock strike boom. I didn't even get to say a time yet. Now your matter is all over the wall because you never even mattered. You should have never stepped in the ring with me. Maybe you shouldn't even be in the same dimension as me. You should never anger a poet, because I just split your medulla oblongata all of these walls and made you a mirror. Or should I call you a martyr, because you just lost your life for being a hater. You should have been praying to your savior, because you didn't have the guts to step to me. This poetry scene is a small community. It's always third-party information that gets back, you see. The difference between me and you, if I knew who you were, I put your name in my poetry, so you know it's directed to you. So if you ever said in your life, I don't do doll, this poem is directed to you, you big mad. Because when I hit my poetry, especially my erotica, I command everybody's attention, draw everybody in, have them wondering, should they be feeling the way they feeling, or should they be repenting? I keep telling you, God made sex in his beautiful form, and I won't stop talking about it, so open your mouth like you're at a gear ship and swallow it. If you didn't know, when you saw me, it's welcome to DC. Used to be Chocolate City and Hollow Tips. Beat my feet on your grave, you don't want to test this. I'm cut from a different type of cloth. I got my sister tatted on my side, so I'm taking no more losses. I paid the cost to use my voice in the way that I use it now. You don't know the road I had to go through to get to the point that I'm free. I would never let anybody turn me back into the angry version of me. Stepping in the ring with me just became your doomsday. I'm trying not to turn back into Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I turn into a scientist. Cause my wordplay will have your dusty ass looking like you need some lotion. Fuck a potion, cause I'm a lyrical genius. I cut you with the words that I speak, then stitch you back up and tell you that it was your pleasure to meet me. How about you step out the shadows and poetry battling me? Until then, sit your scurry ass down, you don't know parts of me. You might want to start working on your eulogy. Don't fuck with me. Hi, my name is Doll Baby. I hate when people talk about people behind their backs but afraid to say it to a person's face. It's crazy being a hater and you don't even know me. Just know I'm about that life. Anytime, any place, any day. Don't let this soft demeanor fool you. This demeanor is called growth and change. I got my grandmother's DNA, I'll demolish you. This is the open invitation, hater battle me. Until then, put some respect on my name. I'll sit my pretty ass down and be a lady. Doll Baby, huh?
Hey, dog, you got some tennis shoes on your purse just get you ready to kick some ass. That's girl, come on now. All right, real quick, y'all. Hey, management told me to make this announcement. If you have an accurate, this is accurate, like an accurate. All right, anyway, license plate 9EN3932. Move your shit. That's all I'm gonna say. It's like a little silver family hatchback joint. I'm trying to look in there and see if there's anything. Nope, that's all. So 9EN3932. It's right out here in the front in the way. A little further down. Okay. All right. Cool. If that's you, move your shit. So let me hear y'all say management. We just got two more. Ladies and gentlemen, I need y'all to clap it up for a glowing poet. Yeah. Chaos. Come on up.
Hi, y'all can follow me at A Glowing Poet. PSA. All poets ain't gifted. All the poets ain't anointed. All poets ain't supportive. Some poets be boasting when they haven't even been appointed by God, that is. Some poetry platforms be knowing they ain't really for the poets. Some raffles ain't random. Some of those performers be planning to get a page more views. Some poets don't realize that they're just tools because the poetry pool is way too big and lavish for platforms to be posting the same videos of the same poets as of all the other videos they recorded of talented artists that touch their mic suddenly vanish. Don't panic, I won't drop any names, but no shade, no tea. Some of y'all hosts lack integrity.
Oh, shit.
Spending more time brainstorming which poets will bring the most coin in and shutting down the idea of getting poets that heal souls in. Booking the same featured poets over and over. I peep what y'all be doing. Let's stop pretending that the poetry community is full of love and unity. Some poets will look over you if your words are too blinding, selectively supportive because you get more likes than them. Won't share your content because they don't want you to outshine them. Some poets will sell their souls just to stand on a certain stage as if they never stood on one before, always announcing their total amount of views because external validation excites them. But poetry, spoken by a big ego, is self-destruction, because when those views and those shares slow down, what are you going to use to boost your confidence? What happens if you aren't at the top forever, and those poems stop bringing money in, and those claps and snaps aren't as loud as you believe they should be? Where are the poets that only go where God calls them to be and not jump at every single opportunity, who don't need a million views to prove that they are walking in their purpose? Who don't believe poetry is strictly for entertainment purposes, but for healing and planting seeds? Vulnerability is always encouraged, but what about unity? Question: why do poetry competitions exist? How do you grade someone's trauma and performance to indicate who should be a champion? Whoever articulates their pain the best should be voted as the greatest, I wonder. How many poets leave slam competitions feeling frustrated because they didn't win a title attached to their name, instead of making sure they actually heal from the pain that they poured out on stage? I'm not throwing shade. I'm just stating what some of y'all are afraid to say. This is a call to all poets to check your intentions. Are you here for the art, or are you just craving attention? Much respect to the poets who really put the work in, who don't get as much recognition as the OG veterans, who don't get nominated for awards because they aren't that well known, who have integrity and don't seek popularity. Sharing their art leaves marks on hearts because they move authentically and speak genuinely. Poets, walking in their purpose boldly but gracefully, are the only poets I want to share mics with respectfully.
Hey, Glowing, are we good? My fault, I grabbed the microphone too. Are we good? Just want to make sure, you know. I heard shit about hosts, and I was like, okay, no, I don't do none of that shit. I don't do none of that shit. I don't do none of that shit. Then I think we good. Ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to say, last poet. Last poet. So we can take our asses home. You knew exactly where I was going with it. Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up for Chaos himself, y'all. Chaos himself.
This is called the F word.
Let's go, Chaos.
So y'all know wrestling is fake, right? I mean, that's what she told me when I was talking to E-Baby about what happened on SmackDown last night.
Talking shit.
Like, she thought she was gonna give me this mind-blowing divine revelation instead of joining the conversation and learning something instead of hating. But I had patience with her. But she kept going on. She was like, you know they don't really punch each other for real, and the ring is like a trampoline, so it don't really hurt when they fall. I mean, first of all, the ring is just a bunch of wooden planks with a thin gym mat over it, so it kind of hurts if you want to get technical. But she looked at me like I was crazy, so I asked her a simple question, you know, as an intellectual. I asked her, what's your favorite movie? She said, I said, your favorite movie is fake. Real Housewives and Love and Hip Hop is fake. Seedless Grapes are fake. Beyonce's entire Lemonade album is fake. I mean, but you already knew what it was. So stop being so annoying and trying to destroy what I love. See, professional wrestling is a big part of my life by now, if you didn't know. I mean, I can tell you who the IWGP World Champion is, but I don't remember who won the last Super Bowl. I've been watching AJ Styles wrestle for over 20 years, before WWE fans knew his name. But I don't remember the last time I watched an entire basketball game. But the thing I love most about pro wrestling is me and my father used to watch it. Flipping back and forth between Monday Nitro and Monday Night Raw on the cable box and just listening to pay-per-views. Because he would turn to the channel when it was scrambled because he wasn't trying to pay for it. Or watching Stone Cold and The Rock and debating who was our favorite. Or watching Goldberg and thinking, is he overrated or is he the truth? Or watching Nitro that one Monday night and finding out Shane McMahon bought WCW. And watching wrestling with my father was the closest I ever felt with him. Everything was all right. But sometimes when I'm watching wrestling now, I think about back in the day and how cancer took my father's life.
He was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma before I saw my first Ring of Honor DVD. He began coughing uncontrollably before John Cena couldn't be seen. He went through chemotherapy before The Undertaker's WrestleMania winning streak was ended by Brock Lesnar. All his hair fell out before the Bullet Club had their first members. His eyes turned yellow before any NXT takeover, Money in the Bank match, or ECW One Night Stand. His funeral happened before I could fully understand how to be a man. See, there was times in my life when I hit rock bottom and nights were stone cold, but I just wanted to talk to him so he can bestow some of the wisdom that he told. There was some bad breakups in my life that fed my depression and turned into a vicious cycle. But I just wanted him to help that kid through his heartbreak like Shawn Michaels. The Exes was just a start. I barely survived this series of mental breakdowns. Someone slammed me to the ground over and over again. I want to tag in my father to help me with this pain, but I can't now. My father's been gone for so long, I'm starting to forget what he sounds like. And that's a pain that hurts immensely. Sometimes when I'm watching a really good wrestling match, it's like he's right here watching it with me. That's why I don't believe in the F word. Even though when I say I love pro wrestling, people still feel the need to speak at it. See, pro wrestling might be fake to y'all, but it's still real to me, damn it. So after I said all of that, she took a moment, she looked me right in the eye and she said, "How can you say Beyonce's album is fake?" Thank you. So thank y'all. Shout out to K-Love. Shout out to the DJ who's been playing everybody up. Amazing. Shout out to E-Baby. If y'all want to follow me, you can follow me at Chaos Itself. That's TCHAOS Itself. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Xbox, and PlayStation. Thank you.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, he tried to take my motherfucking outlet. Now I'm still gonna say, ladies and gentlemen, I still be grabbing the mic. My fault. They say don't touch these right here. My bad, my bad. Hey, look, did you enjoy yourselves? Yeah. I don't even know why I asked y'all because y'all are still here. Y'all like, yo, it's a little bit more. We gonna stay. Everybody else like, you going home. I know you got church in the morning. Go on, go. You got church in the morning. Y'all must don't go to church, and that's okay. I still love y'all. Y'all want to hang late? That's cool. But nah, for real. I want to thank Juan for asking me to do this. There's so many poets out here on the East Coast, so many hosts that they could have asked to do this, and he asked me, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I want to thank La Familia, because La Familia accepted somebody from outside of Houston to come in and do something knowing there's stuff going on. La Familia, thank you to the staff. Thank you to the food coming out. To the bar ladies, they stepped, and they left, Danny left. But to the sound system, to DJ Vic, clap it up for DJ Vic, y'all. DJ Vic. K-Love, if you still got stuff to sell, if not, she takes hugs, I take hugs, it's whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, like I always say when I end the poetry show, if you drove here, drive home safely. If you walked here, walk home safely. It is a skateboard out there. If that's your shit, kick your ass home safely, y'all. Good night, good night, good night. DJ Vic, get us out of here, bruh.